Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a special episode of Geek First Podcast. I am the Clown
Jesus
Clown
Christ.
Pincer.
Take 3.
Clown Prince of Podcast. Trust now.
I'm Mark Caster, Dylan Musk.
Friendly neighborhood caster, Kirklin Patzer.
Taylor Field.
Taylor, you made some great logos that are
Lot of
coming up.
deadlines.
A lot of
Great logos.
deadlines, the whole shebang. Check out the 2020
wacky
bloopers
gifs.
cast, and you'll find out the 10-minute cast we just
Yeah.
recorded before this.
Mark that down in your calendar.
yeah. So that's why you subscribe, folks, to the video and audio feeds. But we've done lots of stuff these past few weeks. We did a 2020 video game preview. We did the best of the decade Golden Geeks. Head over to Facebook right now and vote on that. You got about one more week to vote on this first round, and then the second week, well, in 2 weeks from now, is going to be like the finals,
Yeah.
because it's 10 nominees, and we can only do 5-5. So there's a few that are a runaway, but then there's few that literally there's
Yeah.
still only 3 votes.
And the
that
thing
could
is,
change
they're
it.
not on rotation, so you can go vote for like the first ones we posted
Yeah,
too,
yeah.
because those votes still count.
Yeah.
And they're important.
And then next week, we're going to be dropping the 2019 Golden Geeks. That's going to be lots of fun. Same thing. Head over to Facebook and vote, because you can decide the fan winner. We got lots of stuff. Oscar nominations are happening, so I'm probably going to comment on that. I'm pretty sure the first dynamic duo of the 2019 is going to drop, or 2020. I don't think Kyle's joining us because he's been evacuated twice, so he's just always moving around.
Yes, Kyle's in Australia.
Yeah, so I think it's just Liam and myself. Kirklin and Taylor are playing Circle Jerk over there. I don't know what's going
They're
on.
playing
What are we
Circle Jerk.
circling?
But yes, and then in a few days on video, you're just like hunched over and your hands are places we can't see them.
The audio listeners don't know that.
But the video
See, I
ones
feel like their
do.
phones were on the table and they were typing away. Like, you can definitely see their hands.
Nope, go to video.
All
You
right.
can see. And then what else do we got going on? Oh, and then on the video and audio feed soon, we're going to be dropping our 2020 reveal. We got a bunch of stuff that's coming to Patreon, our next retros, commentary tracks, a certain summer event that we're going to try and pull off. I don't know if it's going to happen, but we're going to try to pull off. Taylor did make some great logos for that. So all the great custom logos you see, that's the magic of Taylor Field. There's some I didn't think you would pull off. There's one that you did pull off, but I saw how you cheated because you kind of blended some things and some things didn't connect.
I know what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah. So I was
But
like,
it's fucking brilliant.
it is, but no one will notice unless they zoom in. So that's the best thing. But today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be talking about 2020 movie preview. We're going to go down from
2020.
January all the way to December. Do you guys have anything to say before we get into this?
Oh, man, I hope 2020 is a better year for movies than 2019.
Yeah, you didn't like a lot of movies.
I just think even the good stuff, it's like Midsummer. I like Midsummer, but like Hereditary's better, or like I like other Tarantino movies more than this. You know, it just felt like a very bleh year.
Yeah.
That's what I would say.
I love 2019. I got I got Endgame and Joker. I'm happy. Rise of Skywalker.
See, Endgame as well. Like, I
you
like
know?
Infinity War better, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just saw Jojo Rabbit last week.
I still gotta
That
see
is like
one.
my third favorite movie of the year. It's phenomenal. I love that movie so much. I'm fully.
Is it really funny?
Yeah, but it's like it is very funny, but it's like his least funniest movie. He really pulled
Who's
back,
he?
so it's giving me hope for Thor:
Taika.
Love and Thunder. So, but that's not coming out in 2020. 2021 that's coming up, but 2020, let's just start off quickly. The reason we're talking about this, it's already passed, but Taylor saw January 3rd. He saw The Grudge. He was going to review it. I'm still mad he didn't review it, but here, give your quick thoughts on maybe why people should go see it now if they haven't, but it's already out.
So yeah, the time it takes for me to probably put up video audio reviews, it's at least like hour, 2 hour process.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I
Make
like
the
to put my time
thumbnail.
into it. Yeah, thumbnail, all that. And for The Grudge, I was gonna review it. I'm sorry to the people who are super like antsy for it, like
Oh,
Travis.
yeah. So
But
many people hit me up.
it
They're
was-
like, I'm canceling my
so many,
subscription,
JJ.
canceling Patreon.
It was just a movie that I realized
JJ.
I'm not gonna waste my time to review this. And watching it was just like, okay, it started off very, very decently. It was okay. It was definitely had moments where I was like squinting my eyes because I didn't want to get scared, but I wanted to see what was going on. So as that progressed, it got to the point where, okay, now it's getting so slow. Things aren't really kind of lining up. And it only had one moment in the entire movie where it kind of fooled me. And then it had one of those endings where it just made me think like, okay, is that it? Like, I feel so worthless, and this movie is just absolutely worthless. And the only
I
piece,
feel worthless.
Yeah, it
This
made
movie is
you feel
worthless.
worthless.
Well,
That's
the-
a testament how bad
the only
it is.
thing of value that came out of this was the theater getting my fucking money, and that's not good because I didn't get any value. There were so many moments in this that were just needlessly gross. And again, like, I don't know if you guys planning on seeing it, but there's just moments that are stupid. Like, if they say don't go in the house, don't go in the fucking house. And if you do go in the house and there's a woman gnawing on a stub of a fucking hand, don't fucking talk to her. Get the fuck out of the house. There's just
Not wrong.
I get vulgar in my
We've
horror
all been
movie
there.
reviews. It's just absolutely redonkulous, and the movie overall just it didn't do it for me. I'd say you guys better not go see it because you won't be happy with it.
Well,
It's a
I'll tell you one
waste
thing.
of
I'm not
time.
paying money to see it. So.
I will tell you one thing. I will not get paid to see this film.
If I got
that's-
paid, I would do it.
I think that's a lie. I think if someone
I'd
threw down
watch it if
enough
someone
money,
paid
if I
me.
said
Okay, yeah,
I'll pay
fair.
you $50 to come over and watch The Grudge, I think you'd do it.
No.
100.
I'd do it for 50. Fucking. I'd do it for 5.
You do it for 100.
I'd probably do it for
because
100.
you'd have fun with it. And everything.
Yeah,
This
I guess
bastard.
so.
Well, our friendship's not that good. I'm paying him $100 to watch a movie, and he's still like, oh, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I want to talk about. I'll wait till the Marvel section. There's just some news that dropped. Let's see. Yeah.
Ghost Rider.
Well, you know what I'm just gonna get into now. Just get your
The
quick
Midnight
thoughts
Sun.
because this
Ghost
is
Rider, yep.
because the reason we waited, the reason it's spaced from the video game one, we want to wait for the Birds of Prey trailer and the New Mutants trailer, so it's kind of acting as like a two-hander newscast. They just announced that Doctor Strange lost its director. The guy that directed the first one, he's exited this one. So
Yikes.
it's very surprising because he's been working on this for a while. He's been tweeting a lot. Even last week, he was tweeting about this character that's in it, and that hasn't happened since the first Ant-Man.
What did
when-
he post some
Creative
tweets that he shouldn't have?
differences. Oh,
Let's do the quick. This is like whatever. So Taylor, would you,
And because he's done some horror movies in the past, right? Which
yeah,
is
Sinister.
some good signs for this
Taylor,
one.
while this loads quickly, what would you give The Grudge out of 10?
What would I give The Grudge out of 10?
Yeah, just while this is loading.
I would give it probably 3 Grudge Girls out of 10.
Cool.
Yeah.
Wow, just the classic. Creative differences. So,
Wow.
That's
yeah.
super weird.
Well,
That's
I do.
a super not good
I-
sign.
I wonder
for
if
the
he
movie.
wanted it to be more horror than they wanted it to be.
I think 100% because he said at Comic-Con that it was going to be a horror movie, but PG-13. But Feige 2 weeks ago, he's like, it's scary, but it's not a horror movie. Like, it's not that. So I think, Dylan, you're right on the money with that one.
That's stupid. Disney needs to just fucking loosen up and just chill. Pop the collar up.
Yeah.
And,
I'm-
undo the top button.
Well, there goes my most anticipated Marvel movie. Fuck me, right? I don't need a good movie in my life. Jesus!
Oh, Jesus. I'm personally fine with it because I'm not the biggest fan of Doctor Strange, so I am. I'm fine to get some new blood in there. I didn't like the humor, and I like Sinister a lot, so maybe he can go do some horror movies. That sucks for him because I know he was really passionate about it, but
You can go fucking remake The Grudge, make a better one.
sure, I think that's right on his list. What are you doing after Doctor Strange remaking The Grudge? But I think it'll be all right. But I think that's a big one, clearly, right? Because Wanda's in there, and it's a huge movie. So I think they don't want anybody messing with their vision. So you
Yeah.
either gotta get on page or not. So
That's interesting.
maybe there'll be some tweets or something. But we'll stay tuned to that on a newscast in the future because we got just nothing but newscasts coming
Yeah.
up. So
Nothing but.
I'll read these off. No, well, I don't know. January 10th, quickly. 1917, Just Mercy, Like a Boss, and Underwater.
Oh, yeah.
1917 and Just Mercy. I'll probably get around to seeing Oscars, even though I don't have
What
that
is
much
Just
interest.
Murder, see?
Just Mercy is it's Jamie Foxx. Yeah, I'm gonna make this bit. It's Jamie Foxx and Michael B. Jordan. It's a guy that's wrongly accused.
Okay.
Like a Boss is some comedy movie with Tiffany Haddish and Rose Byrne. And Underwater is a movie I talked Taylor out of seeing.
Yeah.
No. I'm seeing on Saturday.
Why Saturday? Why not Cheap Tuesday? Save your money,
I
please.
want to
As
go
your
see
friend.
it right away. I'm gonna do a review for it. I'm actually super excited for this.
You
movie.
got it. Just see it Cheap Tuesday. You already are in debt with your gambling
yeah.
problems.
My parents are gonna go see
That's a
this one.
joke.
I don't know why. I think my dad wants to see it because he's into that sort of
See,
thing.
The marketing works.
And yeah, it's kind of funny. My dad goes to like very few movies. Like he went to Blade Runner and like
Now
that's
this.
it. Like he doesn't go to movies very often. I don't know what it is about this one that grabbed him, but
Kristen Stewart.
they're yeah maybe I don't know. But my parents wanted me to come with them, and I suddenly said today I'm not gonna go see this movie. Sorry guys, I don't want to see
Damn.
it.
I always said before those two go, the first trailer they released was always about like what's in the water, what's going on. In the second trailer, when you show the monster, when the whole movie's based on like what's going on, and then the trailer ends with that they know they're
That was
about
the
to.
hook.
No,
Like,
they
the
know
fucking
they're about
soul.
to eat
The
shit.
Buying ticket.
This is the thing. If you're like a mainstream movie fan, there's 2 months now, August and January. Those are when movies get dumped because they know no one goes see movies. They're practically writing it off. This is a full-on write-off movie. The only movie in January that's ever been a hit was Split. So, and that was still, I think they wrote that off because it was M. Night Shyamalan. They're like, this is gonna bomb. So,
Yikes.
I think I will see this movie, but nowhere in the next 6 months and nowhere paying for it.
Oof.
I'm a big Kristen Stewart fan. I think she's pretty underrated. So, but yeah, I would not. I can't believe you're gonna pay full price for this, Taylor.
Oh yeah, I had left over on a gift card. I'm using that, so it's all good.
Justifying it.
There you
that way.
go. Maybe a review coming, unless he hates it like The
Yeah.
Grudge.
You also mentioned 1917. I'm
Yeah.
probably gonna see that one. I think I'm not really a war movie guy, but I like the trailers for this one. I like that
Mhm.
it's kind of it's like Sam and Frodo just like doing their mission, and that's I don't know. I get those vibes from it, so that's why I'm interested in it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also getting a lot of buzz, so I just
Yeah.
want to kind of
Want a
Yeah.
Golden
be
Globe?
in the loop.
Best
Yeah.
drama.
Best drama.
Wait, that film?
Golden
1917?
Globe. Yeah.
Underwater.
Yeah.
Oh.
I know. Yeah. It was-
That's interesting.
is that good?
It's weird they hand out the Golden Globes if like the viewers haven't even seen it, the public.
Well, because the public doesn't vote though, so it
Yeah,
doesn't matter.
But like if someone hasn't seen the I don't know, whatever. Well, I don't know. Some about this movie.
Can we assure
I'm not
everybody's
too-
seen our Golden Geek nominations? No, but we got to do them, right?
Okay, I'll give you that one. But at least the films are out when we
What?
do our Golden Geeks.
You got me there. What do you think
Haha.
about these movies, Kirk?
Yeah, 1917. I don't know. Some about it I just wasn't too like, I don't know, sucked
Too
in.
jived.
Maybe it's just like I feel like there's been quite a few of like war movies coming out these days.
Yeah.
There was Dunkirk. I forget his name. Andrew Garfield one.
Hacksaw Ridge.
Yeah, and there was another one in there that I forget, but I don't know. Whatever it is, the trailer didn't work
Yeah.
for me too much.
Just
but
not a fan of the pew pew.
I like pew pew.
Yeah.
Pew pews are cool.
Yeah.
They work for me. There's no hook on the trailer that sold me
Oh,
like
no hook. No
the
big
monster
monster.
reveal like
a
underwater.
big
Underwater.
movie.
I've literally never heard of this film until now, so I will definitely not see that.
It's got a very unique name.
My significant other no longer works at the theater, so I have to be a little bit more selective with my films. So it's
yeah,
not
that's too
like
bad.
what do you want to do? Let's just go see a movie. It's no longer that. It's like, well, do we have to go pay for the movie?
Yeah, that's
Not
rough.
spend it on underwater, unfortunately.
Well, if she still has her
um,
keys, you guys could still like sneak in there, you know.
I'll get back to you on that
Yeah.
one. Just Mercy. That one's I don't know. That one seemed pretty cool to me. That's sorry. Who was in it?
Jamie
Again?
Foxx, Michael B. Jordan, Brie
Yeah.
Larson,
Right, wrongfully accused of
murder or something.
Yeah, something like that.
So you
I
got
don't know.
Elektra, Captain Marvel, Killmonger.
Yeah, I'm.
No. Not those characters.
That'd be a wild story.
Yeah, that one I'll probably check out, but definitely not day one. Probably cheap night. I don't know.
Cheap night.
But
Cheap night.
it seemed pretty interesting. Everything else on the list, not interested in really.
January 17th, Bad Boys for Life and Doolittle. Bad Boys for Life, I might see eventually. I don't know if I'll get out to the theaters, but I might because there's not too many movies coming out till February. So I like one and I like two. I like Will Smith, so there's a chance I may see a set down the line, but I don't. I think that's a cheap Tuesday one for me. I don't need to. I'm not a big action guy, to be honest. I just tweeted this other day. I watched 5 minutes of Olympus Has Fallen, and man, that was a tough 5 minutes to get
The
through.
second one is where it gets good.
It was actually that one though. It was London Has Fallen. Emily,
Yeah.
Emily informed me.
Oh.
Emily informed me after. I was like, I never want to see these ever.
so you didn't see the
again.
first one?
There's just one part where Gerard Butler's beating someone up, and he's like, "Don't mess with America. We are the country that will survive for thousands of years." And I was like,
patriotic.
"Oh my
Wait, is this
god, this is such an American."
Based on the
movie.
title, I thought this would be like in ancient Rome or something.
what?
What is
No.
the scenario?
No, Olympus Has Fallen is the White House,
It's
and
the
then
sequel
London
to
has.
Channing Tatum.
Yeah, no, that's White House Burning or
It's
something.
White
like
House
the
Down.
exact
House
same
Down.
movie.
Oh, it
What
is,
the
and that
fuck?
one
And it
bombed.
came out like a month after.
Yeah, and
Is
Brad
Olympus
Wilson-
another name for the White House?
Yeah, yeah.
I did not know that. Well,
Yeah.
I learned something new today.
There's London Has Fallen because I go London. Don't tell me the third one because I can't remember. It just came out like a month ago or 2 months ago. What was it, Taylor?
I actually don't remember.
Oh no!
But I want to see it.
And then Doolittle, man, that's gonna bomb so fucking hard. I feel Robert Downey's about to learn that just because he's Iron Man, that doesn't mean anything. People want to see him be Iron Man. They don't want to see him be Doolittle. I just don't understand stupid cohorts. I don't understand how him or his agent got on this because sometimes stars
A lot
do
of
these
money.
movies because they go, yeah, a lot of money. But sometimes they go, oh, because I want my kids to see it. He's the fucking MCU guy, so his kids can clearly see all those movies. So I don't know. That it must be it. But he got paid like $50 million to be in 50 minutes of Spider-Man. He doesn't need the money unless he's really greedy or has the gambling debt like Taylor Field. So I don't know why he's doing this. Great. John Cena's a polar bear, you know. It's just wild. This movie's going to bomb. It's already projected not to do well. I just don't think it's going to do well. I don't know why Downey would do this. So, and I will not see it.
I don't think I'm going to watch it because I feel like it will take away my experience of having a positive view of Robert Downey.
Just watch Tropic Thunder afterwards.
I've not seen that movie either.
What?
To me, Robert Downey is Iron Man.
Yeah, oh,
and
yeah,
that's
that's
it.
fair,
I'm
yeah.
never going to watch another one of his movies in my whole life.
That's
Interesting.
smart.
Not watching Sherlock. Not watching Tropic
I
Thunder.
like Sherlock. I like Sherlock.
Sherlock is so
Yeah.
good.
It
I'm just
probably
kidding.
doesn't age well, and I haven't seen it in a long time, and
It's
I feel
not
like I
that
shouldn't jump back
old.
in.
You're making Sherlock sound like it's a
I think I watched it in
25-year-old
like middle
movie.
school, and I
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
The last one came out 2011, so
Okay, well,
So 9 years ago.
I wasn't graduated then, so
neither was I.
I'm a little one.
Are you guys seeing
Anyways,
Doolittle?
I'm not gonna see Doolittle. I didn't really know like Dr. Doolittle. Is that what it is?
Well,
it's like a kid's book or something. I like.
it
I'm not
is, but I
familiar with it.
think the Doctor Doolittle was like a modern day spin. I think he is still a doctor, but this is
he's in
like,
med school.
This is way in the past. Like there's boats and there's like the old timey like garb and stuff like that.
Willem
Like
Dafoe's in it.
yeah, it's a crossover. The movie ends with him crashing on that island.
It just turns black and white.
Yeah.
Wow.
The
Yeah.
animals are mine.
I don't know. I have no attachment to this, and yeah, I just feel like it's not going to do well, unfortunately. So sorry, Downey, and the other one was Bad Boys.
For
I'm a huge,
life.
yeah, for life. Sorry,
They could have
I'm a
just
huge
waited till
fan
Bad
of the
Boys
originals.
4, but you know.
there was 3 Bad Boys movies.
No, that's what I'm saying. Why didn't they make this one and then do Bad Boys
Oh.
4 Life? But no, they skipped 2 because they know they're not going to afford it.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I loved 1 and 2 when I was younger. I rewatched them many times. So this one, it's probably one of those sentimental things. I'll be watching it more of like, I feel like I gotta, because I just love the first 2 so much. But I don't know if it's gonna be too well. I don't know. Like the trailers didn't look too good to me, especially when they're showing like the younger crew. That seems like
It's always a pain when they introduce, here's the young people.
yeah,
in
the people that can
movie.
actually like badass stunts because these old
Yeah,
guys are
the
getting a little old.
replacements.
Yeah, so stuff like
Sad.
that I kind of get bad vibes on, but I'm a sucker for Martin Lawrence and Will Smith. I love those guys, so I'll definitely be seeing this.
I've never seen a Bad Boys movie, so I will
Oh.
eventually.
It's a good time to
get
jump
around
in.
to it. Yeah, it's a good time.
Retro.
Don't expect to get
I'll do the trilogy eventually.
Yeah, it's an easy watch.
Doolittle though, what is there like 6 Doolittle movies now, and this is like a
What?
Are you serious?
There's a bunch. There's like
Well-
3 with Eddie Murphy, and then there's a bunch of spin-offs with the daughter.
I think there's
grown
only
up.
2 with Eddie Murphy.
Is there? I thought there was
Yeah,
a third
I
one.
think there's only 2.
Oh wow.
Is Kirklin Googling it?
Doolittle for life.
Okay.
Doolittle, yeah. So I'm excited to see this Doolittle movie. I'm very excited to see all the animals talking. I'm
Are
excited.
you gonna
to
go see this in theaters?
I am gonna see it on this.
my god! On Cheap Tuesday, please, at least.
What is this? This is on the 17th, so this is a week after January 10th
I feel like
underwater.
Sometimes you
Maybe.
burn money and then
yeah,
some like
exactly.
New Mutants is
fucking
gonna.
Grudge, Underwater, Doolittle.
And then
Why? Where do you have all this money for
I'm
fucking
keep-
January?
I'm
Didn't you
keeping
just
the-
buy a bunch of shit for Christmas?
And then
Why are you get all this fucking money from throwing
I'm
these
keeping
shitty
the movie
movies?
theaters in business.
And then something like New Mutants comes out and be like, oh, I don't know if I want to spend money on that one. You know, something that's a big podcast episode potentially. Like, oh, I don't know about that one.
I don't.
Sorry.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say this is gonna be the 6th Doolittle movie.
Okay, but was
So
there
are
only
all
2?
of them the same continuity? then?
No. Well,
no, there's one from 1967.
Yeah.
I guess that's when
Oh,
it
fuck.
started, and then
yeah, these
been
are
a
old
branch.
books.
How many was
Doolittle
Eddie
originally
Murphy
is an
in?
old book. It's 2.
2,
Sounds
and then
good.
2 with a girl.
Yeah, so
Two with the
so there's
daughter.
there you go,
Kyla
Dylan. There's 5 in the same continuity, but those last 3 were all straight to DVDs.
Shout out to
I believe
DVDs.
I don't even have to look that up, but I know.
Yeah, I'll probably see Doolittle on a cheap Tuesday. I will.
Thank
I
God.
probably wouldn't want to pay full price, but
I don't think our fans are expecting a Doolittle review.
No, probably not.
Sorry, fans.
I'm gonna skip January 24th. It's just The Gentleman, The Turning. I saw a trailer. Well,
Ooh.
maybe I won't see it. The Gentleman, I don't know. It's something with Matthew McConaughey.
I'm
and then
really excited for
The
that
Turning is a horror movie with Finn Wolfhard and Mackenzie
Ooh.
Davis. So that got my.
I'm down.
I was intrigued until I saw the date, so I'm gonna not see it. But I'll watch anything with
Can
Mackenzie
someone
Davis.
Google color out of space?
It's a limited time. It's a
one.
limit.
Sequel to Ad Astra.
It's a Nicolas Cage movie, Dylan.
Oh
Color Out of
yes,
Space.
can we watch this movie? This
I'll
sounds
read
dope.
it in a second. But yeah, The Turning is like Mackenzie Davis is like watching these kids or house sitting, but the twist is Finn Wolfhard's like a ghost kid or something like but he's evil. He's not like, oh, I'm a ghost. He's like haunted.
I want my
Oh my
ghost.
It's not like that. It's like he's actually like after something.
Okay.
And then let's read Nicolas Cage, first trippy sci-fi color.
Oh my god, I'm
film.
so into this. Whatever the fuck it is.
I'm
gonna watch a trailer on
meteor
my phone.
lands near a house in a small town and releases a strange color that starts to torment the locals.
Oh my god, this sounds amazing, Taylor. Do you want to go see
He's
this?
just
Yeah, I
doing
wanna
Mom
see
and
it.
Dad again.
Mom and Dad
That's what
Part
the
2.
I love Mom and Dad.
Hey, can we review like commentary, live commentary? Of this movie?
I'm
Live
down.
commentary in the theater.
Because it says limited, so I bet it's limited. So I bet it's like Mom and Dad, where I bet there's gonna be a straight to DVD release too.
Netflix?
So
Give it to me now.
maybe
full
even. So
measure.
I'm down.
Yeah,
Our Mom and
sign me
Dad
up.
commentary track did great on YouTube till it got taken down. But
I'm down. I'll join in on this.
any other on those January 24th movies?
Well, look, another war movie, just like I said.
I think this is
Oh,
filmed
no.
at the same set as Knives Out, so that's pretty fucking hype.
Gentlemen, I am intrigued in that one. It's like it's almost like a crime one, right? I think I've seen.
I
the
think
trailer.
so. Yeah.
There's.
I feel like someone of
I
note
can't
was
think of all
directing
the
it.
actors.
The poster just looks like it's just a ripoff of Kingsman font.
Oh, it totally
yeah.
does.
Oh, it's a Guy Ritchie.
God.
It's a Guy Ritchie movie.
Oh, this is an
okay.
H.P. Lovecraft thing. Okay.
We're talking about two different things here.
I'm still talking about Color of Space.
Yeah, the gentleman's Guy Ritchie, who did like Rock and Roller and Snatch and everything like that, Aladdin. So he's going back to his crime things. I don't like that it's in January, so that's disappointing. But Henry Golding from Crazy Rich Asians is in it.
Have
Hugh
you guys
Grant,
not seen
Charlie
the trailer
Hunnam.
for it?
Oh, I've seen
No,
it.
I
It looks
haven't.
pretty
Dude,
good.
I'm
looks
90.
really good.
I'm 90% sure this is the Knives Out estate that they recorded this at.
They should put him in the sequel.
The Color of Space. Is that what you're
yeah.
They should
Same
put-
mansion.
Wouldn't he be?
Yeah, the same mansion.
That's
talking about?
awesome.
Yeah, it's like the same like knives around that. throne.
yeah, exactly. The same throne.
They're making a sequel. Wouldn't Nicolas Cage be great in one of those movies? See
He
him
would
play
be.
Some kooky
He would be
character?
so great.
And he wouldn't have to be a main
good.
character. He could be like what Michael
He
Shannon
could be like
was.
a cop or something.
Like just just off to the side, but not
Yeah.
like someone in Daniel Craig's way. Anything else on January 24th movies?
I'm gonna go see this one. I'll tell you that.
I think I'm only
I'm
gonna
with
see The
you.
Gentleman. The Turning, I don't know. If I see a trailer, it might sell.
No, it won't. It won't sell you.
That's okay.
Yeah. It looks very generic. The only reason
Yeah.
I'll see it because I like Mackenzie Davis. That's
Okay.
it.
Mackenzie
but I will not
Davis,
see it in
she's
theaters.
great.
I have nothing to say on this, but maybe Taylor will. January 31st, Gretel and Hansel. I'm sure it's some horror movie spin on Hansel and Gretel.
Get baked? Sequel to
yeah. All I can say is the last one with Jeremy Renner was fucking like absolutely amazing.
Is that
And-
this one? Is this the sequel?
No, this is
Oh.
this is the newest one in kind of like the Hansel Gretel kind of like
Oh.
movies they've done.
I thought
guess,
they were making a
retellings.
sequel to that Jeremy Renner one.
I think that ship sailed a long time ago.
Weren't they like vampire hunters in that one?
They were witch hunters. It was
Yeah.
so
Okay.
good.
Who's
But,
his sister? Who's the actress?
Can't remember,
Gemma-
she was in Clash
Gemma
of Titans.
Arterson. That's her name, Gemma Arterson. She's in a Bond movie as well. She's just kind of known as like
She's a pretty awesome
It's funny because I
actress.
think I was
She's-
more. I knew more about who she
alright.
was because you said Clash of Titans.
Yeah.
and I was like, okay, I know.
she's in. I'm pretty sure she's in Quantum of Solace. Remember that one girl that bonds with and something really unfortunate happens to her?
Oh, spoiler, man.
Oh.
She's a minor character. Yeah, that one. Yeah.
yeah, okay. I liked her.
Anything else on Gretel Hansel, guys?
Nope.
Now let's get into actually some good stuff. February 7th, we can talk about this. Birds of Prey, and now it just says the emancipation of Harley Quinn. I thought it was the emancipation of one fabulous Harley
I
Quinn.
thought it was the fabulous emancipation of
Shit.
the something or other Harley
So
Quinn.
either this shortened it, or maybe they changed it because like that's long fucking title.
It's
Either
probably
way,
just the guy writing this article is like, fuck
Yeah.
this.
they should have just called it Birds of Prey, but they need Harley Quinn the title. A newest trailer came up today when we were reviewing this. Everything from that little test footage they did like a year ago of just them in the costume so it didn't leak, to the first trailer, to the teasers, to the poster, to this one. I loved this trailer. It just has such a great vibe, such a fun vibe. It is very Deadpool-ish, especially as she's narrating. We've heard that's like maybe fourth wall breaking. It's rated R, so it has those Deadpool vibes, but it feels like completely in a different way, and I think that probably helps because it's directed by a female, and that's what I like. I love the style. I love the look of everything. I think Deadpool went for really actiony stuff. This looks like it's going to go for a bit more visuals and beautiful sort of stuff, just like imagery, I think. So that's really well. I like that they showcased a bit more of the other characters. Not that much. It's still the Harley Quinn show.
yeah, I
but
feel like other than Huntress, I don't know anything about them really.
yeah, so I like, hopefully in the movie they should be in it more, but I like they showed off their names a little bit. That was good.
Yeah.
They finally gave us, which is a rumor they did in reshoots, but I think it's a good call. They gave us the first look at the Black Mask because originally it was the Zorro, like just his face, and apparently it didn't test well with audiences because it looked pretty dumb. So I'm very excited. That is one of my favorite fictional villains, so I've been wanting that for a while. Ewan McGregor just looks great in this movie. He looks like he's having so much fun. It's bad to say it, but I just feel like he right now, if I look at all the movies, he's like, these are the expectations. He's like my shoe-in pick for villain of the year next year, Golden Geeks. Just like in this trailer, he's so nonchalant, or he's still what? I guess he's just chalant, not nonchalant.
Flamboyant.
Flamboyant. Thank you. I don't know how to use the fucking word chalant.
Fantabulous.
Yeah, exactly.
He's
but
all
one.
nonchalant.
he just looks like he's having lots of
Emancipated.
fun, so I'm excited to get this and going, oh, we won. This is a movie now, like with each trailer, it has to be great now. It's in that thing where, I don't know, I just love it. So if this is not going to be good, it's really going to crush me. But I have high hopes. I love that we found out the hyena's name is officially Bruce, and I love that canon like world
Right.
building of like, oh, that cute Wayne guy, and it's just like, is that Affleck? Is that Robert Pattinson? I don't know, but I loved everything about this trailer. I loved everything about the marketing. I cannot wait for this movie. And at the end, I forgot to say at the end of this cast, we'll pick our 5 most anticipated movies. This is definitely in the 5.
Right. Yeah, I'm not gonna retread because I'm pretty much in the same boat as Travis. I think the thing that just gets me excited from like all of the marketing that we've seen, whether it's just those goofy little posters they had, or the trailers, or even those just those teasers early on, is that I feel like they just have such a clear vision for what they want this movie to be, whereas so much of DC stuff, I mean, Joker kind of went against that, but I feel like a lot of DC stuff is just so messy. It's like, what are they trying to do with this? Like, look at Justice League. Like, that's just like multiple movies in one, and like Suicide Squad as well. It didn't really seem like they knew exactly what they wanted to do with it. Whereas this is just like so consistent. It seems like they're really getting that vibe down. Just bright, colorful, really fun, and yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty excited for it, I would say. But yeah, pretty much agree with Travis on that one.
Yeah.
I'll also say that the Hot Topic merch is killer. I'm going to buy lots of it. There's a Harley Quinn jacket I want to buy. I will not buy it yet, but the actual Black Mass merch is really cool.
Nice.
So I can't
I'll check
wait.
it out. Yeah, this movie, I don't know what it was. Like, I wasn't overly hyped on it, but this was the only trailer I've actually seen too.
Cut your
But
mic.
like, so like the movie posters and this trailer, I just think they did such a good job on the marketing. I totally agree with what Dylan says, as well as how you mentioned, like, it just seems like they have a clear vision on what they want. And like DC, I feel like they've kind of been in a rocky state as of late. And like,
They had a good year last year, though.
that is true.
Aquaman, Shazam,
Yeah.
and Joker all were hits and all like felt like they knew what they were doing. So
For
they're
some
kind of
reason, I thought Wonder Woman came out last year. Man,
no, Wonder
blending
Woman,
all
was-
together.
Wonder Woman
It's
unfortunately for
2017,
them
right?
was in between. It went Wonder Woman, Justice League, and Aquaman. So they had like that
Oh,
slump. But if you
weird.
take out Justice
Yeah.
League, they've been doing.
Yeah.
They're up climbing.
Yeah, and like this movie, I don't expect it to be anything like emotionally heart-wrenching or anything. I just feel like I'm going to go into it and have a good time, which I don't know. I feel like not enough
Yeah.
movies have that. Like, as of late, there's a lot of movies that just try and put so many different like plot, like, I don't know, twists or just plot changes or like different types of plot, like intermingling in movies. And like, you could just
Yeah.
take Justice League, for example. Like, it's just such a mess.
Right.
So this one, I don't get those vibes whatsoever.
Because they're just making one movie, right? Like, they're not worrying about anything
yeah,
else.
exactly.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. I really liked all like the character introductions with like their names and everything. At first, I thought it was like the actors
Me
and
too.
actresses, and then I saw one. I think it was like Black Canary or something. I'm like, that's a sick name. I'm like, oh wait, that's probably like that's probably your character's
I
name.
thought the same thing. I didn't catch on until it said Harley Quinn because the whole time I'm like, why isn't Margot Robbie listed first in this cast? It makes no sense that it said Harley Quinn. I'm like, oh, that's why. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So, but overall, I'm getting more excited for it, and that's a good sign. So.
It's a good sign.
Some people speculate because she blows up Ace Chemicals. I don't believe this, but some people speculate that truck she's driving and jumps out of, that Jared Leto's Joker's in there. I'd very much like that to be the case.
In your head canon.
Yeah. But they have confirmed officially, Margot said in an interview, that Jared Leto was not in this movie. So
Yeah, I like the way this trailer like opened too, of her like going through or like explaining that she went through a breakup, and then it shows her just like
The knife.
eating cheese out of a can.
oh,
and
that
all
long
that stuff.
take of the cheese whiz, that just did not look appealing. Oh.
Yeah, I like that though. So
Yeah, I love this trailer. Actually, I really enjoyed it. And from what I could take, I like how you kind of said like it was like Deadpool-ish, but it had like a lot of like cinematic, like vibrant kind of moments. Like to me, I'm getting
Color
a
of Space
weird-
vibes.
Yeah, Color of Space vibes. I'm getting a weird but very awesome combination. To me, at least, I feel like there was a lot of like Joker in that, and then a bunch of Deadpool 1. I feel like, and I really like that.
the
Walking.
There's like this-
2019 Joker.
Yeah, I feel like there was like an aesthetic, or like even the way it was filmed. I felt like there were certain replications of that in
color
this
palette-wise?
movie, and even color wise. Yeah, and
You're
I
talking
just,
more just cinematography, right?
and, well, that
Or-
that as
yeah,
well. It
'cause-
just, and then it had a lot of the Deadpool-esque element, just kind of sugar coated all over it, which I really
Yeah.
liked. So
I was very surprised
Sugarcoat.
in this. What not already sold me, but there's the point where this cocaine box get blown up, and then she just sniffs it. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, Harley Quinn's doing cocaine in this movie. They're just really going for it. That to me was like the
Yeah.
gloves are off. Like, okay,
Yeah. I can't remember the last movie, probably Cloverfield Lane, that I had my former love interest, Elizabeth Winstead, just kind of
did
Right.
she know
Sky
this?
High.
former love
back in the Sky High days.
Former her
That's
past
hilarious.
ex-wife.
And then I just
Yeah.
realized, isn't she married to Ewan McGregor?
Who? Mary?
Yeah, aren't they married?
I don't think so.
Oh,
but
okay.
that'd be fun.
I'll look it up.
There
Look
you
it
go.
up.
Kirklin's our
Stay
stat
tuned.
man. He's a
I
fact
thought I
checker.
read that somewhere.
In your headcanon.
No, in like reality
Oh.
canon. Reality canon. Could have been a fake news site.
You done, Taylor?
I read a lot of headlines. Not a lot of the
A lot of
article.
headlines. I'm all about headlines.
You done, Taylor?
Yeah, I'm excited for the movie.
Okay.
Apparently, he's currently single as of 2018.
There you
go.
He was married to Eve
As of 2018, 2 years ago.
Mavrakis.
But why'd they
maybe
break
she's
up?
in there.
Google
I'll go on TMZ. and
Google
find
their
out.
names like in the same search.
'Kay.
Well, probably Birds of Prey will come up.
Creative differences.
Well, they could be dating, maybe.
That's
Maybe
what I'm
that's
saying.
It. Maybe they're linked. She wants that Obi-Wan action. The
Who
action I
doesn't?
don't want. February
there.
21st. Kirkland's gonna love this. Brahms, The Boy 2 comes out.
Yeah.
Okay, Kirkland liked The Boy. The
I liked
Boy
it.
is that's the thing that I'm so mad. I look because I wasn't here for the worst movies they made for the decade. That's what I definitely would throw on there. That's one of the worst movies ever. But Kirkland,
What?
big fan. The Boy. There's
one
a
of the
movie called
worst movies ever.
that the,
Are you
like,
the
serious?
decade? Yes.
Is that the like
I would
one where it's
disagree
like the
hard.
kid
What about
who's
you?
King Arthur?
Save me.
I don't
Oh,
think I've
that's the
seen
boy who would be
Brahms.
king.
Okay.
This
It's
is
called
a
the boy.
The
The boy's
Boy.
name was Brahms.
Oh,
right?
that's the doll.
Yeah.
Oh, that was actually a very interesting movie.
It was
Yeah,
so
it's not the
bad.
worst movie of the
No, definitely
decade.
not the worst
Are you
movie.
One of
kidding
I
me?
said one of the worst. That is definitely your guys'
No.
Ad
Over,
Astra.
man.
It looks like
That
they're
is-
dating.
What?
Just to throw that back in there.
Yo.
But is that a picture of them together, or
What
do
is that
people say
shirt?
they're dating?
Do you want me to read the full article?
Just say a yes or no. Does it say that they're dating?
Ewan McGregor has gushed
No,
about
that's
his
a-
romance with Mary Elizabeth
Nice.
Winstead
Oh.
following a tumultuous year, which also saw
You
him
wonder why
file
he
for
broke up with
divorce
his
from
wife
Eve.
recently, huh? Mary Elizabeth with her crossbow shot him right through the heart.
Uh,
You think they
He
I am
prayed
connected on
happier than
set,
ever,
or-
Ewan McGregor
Oh,
says.
shots at the past wife.
Do you think they connected on set, or do you think he watched Sky
100%.
High and was just like, oh?
Well, I don't
First-
know. I don't know how
no.
long.
They're definitely on
When did they
Flickr.
shoot this movie? Would
Uh,
have been early last year, right?
well,
early
and they
2019.
were still shooting. Yeah, they were still shooting in mid 2019. So they're still shooting. They were shooting together probably for
Yeah.
6 months, something like that. And
Oh,
he
yeah.
is the villain, so I imagine there's like one-on-one screen time with them.
Hell
And
yeah.
they say in the trailer that she killed his best friend. So
These two are getting it
there
on.
we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will not see Brahms the Boy. That first movie's just fucking awful. It's a bad horror movie, stupid twist.
It's
and,
pretty bad, but
yeah.
I still enjoyed it.
Great.
You didn't like the twist?
Why?
No.
Why should we? Why should we be
No.
excited to go see Brahms 2 the
Have you seen
Boy?
the first one?
Brahms.
No.
So then you shouldn't
The
be
movie's
interested
called
at all.
Brahms.
Brahms.
Get me excited on why I should watch the original and then go watch this one.
I feel like I would need a longer cast because I don't really. I don't know.
You won't. You
Yeah.
won't.
Okay, fine.
I'm not in that camp of wanting
That's
to
fine.
like sway people over to watch
Yeah.
certain movies I like because you either like the movie or you don't.
That's a good point. Travis, I just want to point out you skipped to February 21st over Sonic the Hedgehog,
the fuck,
Fantasy
Travis?
Island, and the photograph.
Oh, sorry, I did. No, my mistake. My bad. Yeah, let's go back. I got nothing to say about Bronze. Sonic is gonna be a disaster, but I think it might be a fun disaster.
I'm pretty
Portrait of a
excited.
Lady on Fire. That's coming out in February. That's out in so many places, getting nominated for awards.
What does expands mean? Sorry to cut you off.
Expands means it's out limited and then it goes worldwide.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I guess I'm just surprised February 14th. So Sonic, I think yeah, it's gonna be messy. I don't think that movie's gonna make a lot of money. That VXX studio closed. It's gonna lose money. It was just a waste of time. I will always say this: they should have never changed the design. I respect them for that, but they just lost themselves so much money. And I just think majority of those people that complained are not gonna go see this movie. It was the meme of the week. They would have moved on, but no, everyone complained. People lost jobs. There's money, so it's just like, I don't know. It just sucks. Jim Carrey. This is a paycheck movie. If I want to be on this, I probably will be. If I am on this, I think this is going to be a so bad it's good type of. I'm hoping. I really.
I think
am.
this will be better than Rampage
I can.
100%
and
agree.
very close to the
Rampage
level of
was
Tomb
one of your
Raider.
worst movies of the
I
decade, right? Or last year?
Nah, see, I can't agree with that. Actually.
I think it's awful. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I think this is going to be
I think this-
Assassin's Creed.
I think this will be
low.
slightly worse than Tomb Raider, like the recent Tomb Raider from 2018 or 2017.
I think it'll be a lot worse. That'll be my prediction.
Interesting.
Where do you guys think it's going to be in relation to the Tomb Raider?
I think I'm gonna like it more than Tomb Raider.
Yeah, because
Just because
I'm in that boat too.
I'm
yeah.
I'm a big Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey. Fuck. I haven't seen a movie of his lately where he's doing like that old school humor that I just fucking love.
Yeah.
And he's doing that quirky attitude and it just
Yeah,
gets
yeah,
me
yeah.
going.
Very nice.
Yeah, I'm so on the scale of Tomb Raider, I'm definitely in his boat. I think I'm gonna like it more than Tomb Raider,
Right.
but
That's a good boat to
did
be
Tomb
in.
Raider make a lot of money? I don't remember
Tons
at
of
all.
money.
It was
Tons of money.
it was a hit. It wasn't a huge hit, but it is getting a sequel. So it was a modest hit, I'd say.
I am gonna
Ooh.
make the bold claim that this is also gonna get a sequel.
I hope so.
It's
Wow.
gonna do
will-
well enough.
No, I don't think it's gonna get a sequel.
It was a bold claim, and
Oh,
I
I
stated
know.
that. So
The Genesis movie.
But I'm pretty excited for this movie. I was definitely boycotting it after that first shoot, but I don't know. I'm gonna give them credit for redoing it.
They lost
I-
jobs
if-
over it.
If this does really bad and
You gotta
loses a
make
lot of money,
sacrifices.
I will feel bad that they went through the effort. But I mean, for the fans of Sonic, I don't know. I played a lot of Sonic games back in the day, so
Oh, yeah.
seeing that type of Sonic, it just makes me a little bit happier than what we saw before. I have a buddy who he's not seeing this anymore because he wanted to see the old Sonic and just how terrible it was. So I don't know.
That's
It's-
quite the. Yeah, I think he's lying. I think he's bluffing. He was never gonna.
He
see
probably
it.
was bluffing. I
Yeah.
don't know. I didn't call him on it.
If
but-
this movie, like, I'm going for Jim Carrey, but if it is good enough to the point where I want it to be, I want it to hit a
See-
certain level. And if it does, I'll buy the movie on DVD.
See, to
I
counter,
want it to, hit
to
that
counter
level.
you, I was excited for this movie, but I wasn't excited about Jim Carrey's
You weren't.
Dr. Robotnik. I don't know. It's just
No.
in my mind, that's not Dr. Robot Dagman. Jesus, I was trying to
Dagman.
combine all of his names. I don't know. It's just some about it didn't really work for me.
Fair enough.
The only thing I might have going for it is Birds of Prey's different audience, Fantasy Island's a different audience. Fantasy Island I'm quite excited about. If you guys, I'm not sure if you ever saw the old TV show.
Welcome to Fantasy Island.
Yeah, but they're doing a horror version. It's Blumhouse. Michael Pena is playing the main guy. So I think it's a fun little spin. The trailer looks like there's a lot going on. So I will see that one eventually, I think. But I think it's a fun spin. Blumhouse, I always trust. They're like putting out some good stuff lately. So yeah,
I saw that there was one called Buffaloed.
You're
So-
picking out all those random.
So I'm gonna
movies.
watch the trailer
Another
for
Nick Cage
Buffaloed.
movie.
February 28th.
No.
Did you have anything on Fantasy Island, Taylor? Because
No.
you knew I was talking about Kirklin.
Nope, never heard of it.
Still nothing on
Never gonna
Fantasy.
see it.
No thanks.
February 28th, The Invisible Man. I am very excited for that. I was talking about Blumhouse is another one.
Give me a
You missed
recap
the
of the
boy. You missed
Invisible Man.
Brahms.
Do we want to talk about the Brahms?
I just want to see. Are you gonna? Have you seen the first movie?
I have.
Are you
yeah.
gonna see the second one?
I honestly would be I would be tempted to because I like the first one enough that it was just I couldn't tell like the true like origin of or, like the story of how it was gonna end. Like,
Yeah.
okay, what is actually going on? So I'm curious to see. Okay, I didn't think a sequel could come out of the
Neither.
first one.
Definitely not. I definitely am in that same boat. I did not expect a sequel. I did not need a sequel, and I don't think I'm gonna see this in theaters, but I will see it for
I
sure.
will see it too.
'Cause I watched it like with my sister, my brother-in-law, and like my family. So I feel like it'll be once everyone's together, we'll watch it again, and just
Yeah.
Oh, God,
it'll probably be
Christmas.
terrible. But
I just
yeah.
love that it's called Brahms.
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 Yeah.
That was
Oh,
that was the
just-
boy's name.
I know it's a terrible title though. Who want to go see Brahms?
It should have been like the Return of Brahms.
That one's gonna. So many of these movies in January and
Revenge of the
February are gonna
Brahms.
bomb.
JJ
Attack of the
Attack of the
Brahms.
Brahms.
Back to 28th. I'm hoping it doesn't bomb The Invisible Man. Lee Winnell's directing this. He did the original Saw. Well, he wrote the original Saw. He did Upgrade, which is a really good movie. Shouts to Clay. I did see that. Elizabeth Moss, great actress. I'm
actress.
mostly excited for it. I didn't like the ending of the trailer because it kind of revealed a lot, but I like that they're kind of taking this twist of is there an actual Visible Man or is she crazy? The trailer maybe answers that question, so that was disappointing. But I really liked what I was seeing. I think it was really well made, and I think this is much better than the Invisible Man we were going to get with Johnny Depp a few years ago. Remember the Monsters universe he
Oh,
got hired
yeah.
on? So I think this is the better route. This one I might see, honestly. I'm excited for it. So
Do you feel like this is the same road as Underwater, where they showed the monster and the equivalent of that?
see, I don't, because that was the first show. I don't think it's because they were worried. I think it's just, I don't know. I think they just got cold feet. I think it's just whoever's doing that is a bad trailer editing place. You know, that trailer looked great. They didn't need to show that stuff they did at the end. So I don't even know why. I think everyone says that it was looking really good because it is similar in that sense of what's the monster look like. Here's the monster. Is this guy real or not? And then there's the answer. I won't say if you haven't seen it, but yeah. So I'll still see it because it looked like it was a well-made horror movie, and I try to support those because there's a lot of stuff like Underwater or Brahms that I think is just
The
cast
Boys.
To be fair,
as-
the first one wasn't called Brahms.
It was called
It's
the
just called The
boy.
Boy.
This one's called Brahms the Boy too. Boy.
Yeah,
Shout out to God of War.
this one is interesting. Because it's based off a book, right? The Invisible
Well,
Man?
yeah, it's like,
way
made
back in the day?
Frankenstein, like all that stuff.
Yeah, so I'm definitely interested in this film. I will not check out the trailer. Thanks.
No, don't do
Thanks
that.
to
Yeah,
Travis for warning me about that. But yeah, this is definitely a film I could see me and my dad sitting down and watching it.
I'm sending you to make you do a 3-month-old trailer reaction.
But yeah, I'm excited for it. I don't know. I like Travis said. I like to support good made horror films. This
Good
one,
made.
I feel like it hasn't been in like the headlines. This is the first time I've heard of it. This
Really?
year.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
That happens for a lot of movies.
Yeah.
They just kind of.
Have you seen I guess you're pretty deep in the movie.
Yeah, I got
era,
notifications on the phone, but also because I like what Lee Winnell. He wrote Saw, so
Oh,
I'm a
okay.
big I follow
Yeah.
him. So
Okay.
and I like again the actress. So I
Yeah.
because I just that the reason I liked the trailer is because the whole idea of taking a different approach to it. I thought when they announced, I just don't know what else can you do with the Invisible Man.
Yeah.
But this looked like they were doing something
Yeah,
different with it.
I like to
so.
play on psychological stuff,
Yeah, yeah.
especially if is it real or is it not. So
Mhm.
that'll be fun to
Yeah.
see. What about you? You interested at all?
Nah,
Brahms?
I have nothing to add to this
No, not
conversation.
Brom. That'll be the sequel.
my number one
Brahms, the
motive
Invisible
was
Man 2.
The Invisible
No,
Boy.
yeah, it'd be the Invisible Boy
Invisible
3.
Boy. Taylor.
Taylor Fields.
Why is it taking this long to answer? What's happening?
I was looking up one of the other movies for the same
What does the
day. and
Invisible
I'm
Man
actually
look
super
like?
excited.
Oh my god.
Um,
Then go ahead and shut it out. Anything you want to
So
shout, go.
Guns Akimbo, this movie.
Yeah, I saw that title and I
It's-
was like,
did
that's
you look
quite
it up?
the title.
It's
No,
g-
I didn't need to. I
Okay.
felt like the title said it all.
It's got Daniel Radcliffe and Samara Weaving. I'm going to read
Samara.
you Samara. Miles fights for survival in a gladiator-type battle for an audience of a dark website in order to rescue his kidnapped girlfriend. He's got guns and slippers on. This looks
Hell yeah.
amazing.
I'm not opposed to that because Samara Weaving's going to be a big star this decade. So and
That's
I'm
gonna
happy.
be a breakout hit right there. Guns
Yeah.
Akimbo.
You never know.
Uh,
It's limited, so I don't know if we'll get it, though.
Yeah, it's a shame.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Someday.
Invisible Man. I remember watching the trailer. I don't remember how it ended, but I'm assuming from what you say, I can piece it together. So it honestly, it looks great. You know, he's invisible if he is invisible, and she's
Who's to say?
freaking out. So it looks like a great trailer.
Thanks for the breakdown, Taylor.
Yeah, there you
Thanks,
go.
man.
I'm excited. Give me
Alright.
that MonsterVerse Paramount or whatever studio.
It's not happening anymore. I'm going to move away from this conversation. We're going into March now.
March.
The first two movies, Pixar's Onward and The Way Back. Onward, I'm excited for. It's that, I don't know, some
Tom
trolls
Holland.
like Tom Holland, Chris Pratt. Pixar just does quality. I got a daughter, so there's a good chance I'll be seeing this day one or weekend one. The Way Back is the one I really want to see, though. That's about Ben Affleck. He hasn't really done much in a while. It's about him as a basketball coach recovering from alcohol. So obviously there's lots to parallel there. That's why he took the role. So I'm a Ben Affleck fan, so I'm hoping it's a big hit. And
Are you saying that was his real life experience?
well, not the basketball coach, but yeah, he's full on huge alcoholic. He's been in rehab.
I was
many
more
times.
interested in the basketball.
Oh
coach
no,
part
not
of it.
not that part. At least I don't know. He wasn't a former player turned coach. Maybe he will now.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why he left Batman. So, but
to go be a basketball coach.
I'm
The Lil
excited
Life,
to
yeah.
hopefully see Ben Affleck doing some great movies again because I think he can be a very good actor put in the right role. So
Right. Onward looks pretty cool. I'm more excited for another, I believe it's Pixar movie, Soul.
Mhm.
I think we'll talk about that at some point.
I
But
think it's something in the summer.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'll see Onward. It's a hard maybe for me at this point in time.
Yeah, the trailer worked on me. I
Worked on you.
Yeah, I had some good laughs. If I remember it properly, I don't know. I think it was because that's one where they're like trying to bring their dad back, right? And then he gets
Yeah.
like half, or it's something.
I know
weird
that's
like
the plot.
that.
I didn't watch the trailer.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I don't know. The trailer worked on me. I will definitely see this probably.
Nice.
And the way back, I love my like sports drama movies. I recently rewatched We Are the Titans. Great movie,
Oh.
Disney Plus. Coach Carter. I feel like I'm kind of
the
getting vibes.
Titans.
Oh, is that what it is? We Are the Titans. Remember the
Remember
Titans?
the
Same
I couldn't
difference.
remember
Who
the
cares?
Titans. Obviously.
No, it's very different.
But I just, I don't know.
Oh.
There's something about drama and sports movies I love,
Right.
so I will definitely be seeing that probably. I don't know about in theaters because I feel like I don't know. I won't have anyone to go with, but maybe I'll go solo.
I
I've
might
never,
go.
I've never. You want to go with
I
me?
just didn't I say I want to see this movie and
You guys can
Kirklin's
go.
like
Buy
I don't
a
know,
You have to
popcorn to
pay
share
him and he'll
betwixt the
consider
two.
it.
we live
Yeah,
in
100
different
bucks.
cities, so I figured it'd be too long
You're
of a
in
drive.
town sometimes. I'll bike
Yeah,
up.
different
I stop
different
by.
zip codes.
I'll stream it on my phone.
But yeah, I'll definitely be checking out both those sooner or later, and not First Cow Limited.
Oh, you might. That's an A24 movie, so
Oh damn!
yeah.
That's-
I
Studio's
saw
working
a
on me.
poster for that one actually. I don't know what the fuck it's about.
Classic A24. So
That's very true.
Taylor, you have anything to add, or you can just say pass if you don't.
I
just
don't
stare
know.
at me? The audio listeners don't appreciate you just staring at me.
Maybe they do.
Staring
Um,
intensifies in the
yeah.
credit the closed caption.
We do have subtitles, so if you want them, put them on.
I don't know how I feel about seeing these movies. Maybe I mean the only sports movies like I really go for like a
Airbud.
Dodgeball, Blades of Glory.
Have you
I
seen
love-
Mighty Ducks
Shout out to
back
Blades
in
of
the day, like those
Glory.
hockey
I haven't
films?
seen Mighty
Oh, those
Ducks,
are good.
No, but I don't know. Maybe I could be persuaded. We'll see.
Okay, I'm not saying I'm going to be jumping on to do a review for it. I don't
Yeah.
even think it's that.
No, I don't.
just
I
would-
don't.
I would
I'll make
catch
the
it.
thumbnails.
A graceful tale of human connection set against the great American wilderness. Is
First cow.
Is that
that's
Brahms?
a definition of the first Brahms, the
Brahms.
invisible cow.
Yeah, the Invisible Cow 3.
This movie looks like something.
March 13th, we got Bloodshot, The Informer, My Spy. I don't know what The Informer. Oh, I don't know. It's some drug movie. Who knows? My Spy is that one with Batista and the little girl. It got delayed a lot because it was supposed to come out already this year, but they delayed
I forgot about that movie.
Yeah, they
I
delayed it
forgot
all the way
about
to
that
March.
movie too.
So that's coming out. So I don't think they got good confidence that, or they reshot the shit of it.
Ooh.
Bloodshot
Oh no.
is a Vin Diesel comic book movie. It's based off like Image Comics or Dark Horse. I can't remember because I don't read much non-Marvel DC. I just know the fans were very unpleased by this. It's a really cool concept where they get this guy, they like wipe his memory, and the trailer was done really well. And he wakes up and they like, your family attacked you, or your family got attacked and killed, and this is the man who did it. And then he goes and do that, and then they capture him, and then they make him redo it, and he's taking out targets they want, and then he starts to figure it out. So it's a cool concept, but the guy in the comics is also, he's pure white skin, he has red shot eyes, everything. Like, he looks very comic booky. He's just Vin Diesel in this.
That's all you need.
Yeah, he's just Vin Diesel, and he has like some healing. So I've heard rumors that he does actually look like Bloodshot at some point. I don't know. I can't trust Vin Diesel because I feel like when he goes outside fast, Last Witch Hunter, things like that, he doesn't pick the best scripts and movies. So I will see this depending on if it's so bad it's good. But I might, because there's nothing really going on. And
Seems like a pretty poor week that March 13th.
Yeah, it's kind of anyone's ball game there. But yeah, so Bloodshot's a very 50. I probably won't see it in theaters, but I might get around to it.
Yeah, out of all those movies, I feel like I was interested in My Spy. Totally went off the grid, obviously, because I just totally forgot that movie came out. Like, didn't come out.
That
I
Uber
guess.
movie came out with him though, so that's
Stuber.
Right. I still
Stuber,
haven't
yeah.
seen that one. Is it good?
It was fine. It
Yeah.
had some laughs.
Yeah.
You're not missing anything. But
Okay.
if you're sick one day on Netflix,
Yeah.
it's worth a watch if you like those two.
But yeah, out of I don't know. I definitely like wouldn't be itching to go see My Spy. Like if I missed that, I
No.
wouldn't be sad. And those other ones, I have no
Didn't
comment.
Vin Diesel do a movie like just like that like a decade ago?
The Pacifier.
Yeah. that
Oh,
fucking
that was a
movie.
good one.
It's a great
It's
In
the
movie.
the
new
minivan, yeah.
pacifier. There you go.
I
They all
passed.
do it. The Rock did the game
They all do
plan.
it.
Yeah,
Just
John
wearing
Cena.
the white T-shirt
yeah.
in 4 different movies.
Didn't The Rock do the Tooth Fairy?
He did the tooth.
Oh yeah,
That was a good one.
yeah. It made
Hockey
him the
player.
most highest paid actor of all time now. So it worked.
Nope, that's not.
That
what-
launched
that's
his
not how that
career.
works.
Launched his career.
It wasn't wrestling. It was that.
John Cena.
The Rock wrestled?
John Cena, the 16-time world champion, did make fun of him when he came back to wrestling. So you know.
Fun
pretty good.
fact:
Jinder
The
Mahal.
Rock helped Bill Gates to announce the Xbox, the original Xbox.
19 years ago,
That's
last week.
I got
amazing.
that. Yeah.
That's very cool.
It's amazing.
So what do we got here? We got the Bloodshot, Informer, and My Spy.
Oh.
You know, I saw the trailers for Bloodshot. And Madison was next to me. We just kind of looked at each other and went, And My Spy, actually, I'm excited to see that.
Yeah, you going to theaters
I'm
for that
holding
one?
my breath for it, which I shouldn't have because I forgot about it, so I'd be dead by now. But
Nice one.
yeah, and Informer, I don't know what that is.
That's fine.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a forgettable film.
March 20th, I still believe. I'm sure it's some fucking like Jesus or God movie. They always put him out.
Probably
at some
got
point.
fucking Chalamet in there or something like that.
Yeah, and then A Quiet Place Part 2. I'm very excited for A Quiet. Well, actually, I'm excited for it. When the first one ended, of course they're gonna make a sequel. Did very well. It's a really good movie. I just didn't know where else we could go, and the trailers make it seem like we're going the Walking Dead route, where it's just like the monsters aren't the scariest thing out there. It's like, oh, it's the people, right? It's like, of course, like Cillian Murphy's going on about like, oh, we should have, not all people are worth saving. So I
His name is Cillian Murphy?
yeah.
I thought it was Cillian Murphy.
We've had this debate.
My whole
before.
fucking life has changed.
We've had this debate.
I just
before,
watched
think.
Inception the other night. I'm like, that's my boy Cillian right there. He's Cillian it up.
I think so. I will see this in theaters depending on the reviews because like I said, I feel like it ended in a place where we didn't need more stories, and I don't like the whole evil community is out there
Evil
because we've just seen that in so many like post-apocalyptic things. So that's how I think on Quiet Place Part 2.
Yeah, I mean, it's I would say I would be interested, but March 20th, I'm likely playing both Animal Crossing and Doom Eternal, so
There you
I
go.
am probably not going to see this movie.
Boom.
But I will see it at some point.
I'm
I'll cheap Tuesday it or something, but I probably won't go to theaters for that one.
I'm surprised Doom comes out on a Friday. I know that Nintendo likes their Friday slots.
Well,
but-
like Thursday night, right?
Okay, yes.
Midnight release kind of thing.
Still,
9 p.m.
Most like
Tuesdays
big
now?
releases come out
Yeah,
on Friday,
they are
right?
now. Yeah. I guess so. I prefer that. I hated when it was Tuesday. Stupid.
Yeah.
You guys wanting to see The Quiet Place?
As of
Part Two?
as of right now, I haven't seen the first one, but I'll probably see it before the sequel. And if that happens, I'll probably see it. I don't know about in theaters 'cause I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
So many unknown variables.
Yeah, we'll see.
Taylor, you're a big fan.
I'm a big fan. I remember I wanted to join the review for you guys, but I'm not sure what happened because I
Too long
sat
We
out-
didn't allow you.
I sat outside your house for like half an hour watching Netflix on my phone, waiting for like the response to like do join in on the review or something like
Wow,
that.
That's a
and,
sad story.
and then I don't know what happened, but then it didn't. I didn't get on
Wait,
it.
can you explain this? So you drove to my house to do the review, but instead of coming in to do the review, you sat outside my house and watched Netflix?
No, because you
On my
you-
internet.
No, I wasn't using your internet because this was at the
Data?
Custard Dome. I was using data. Yeah.
Wow, you
I'm
made
a
him
high
use
roller.
data.
So, yeah, I remember you said at this time or whatever, like meet here, and I got there like a little bit early, and I don't know if you were home or what, but I was just waiting on the street with my parked car or whatever, and then eventually I got a message saying, "Hey, Gag, we're gonna cancel," because it was you and Briggs that were doing it, and something happened or whatever. So I was like, "Okay, well, I'll just
Huh.
go back and do what I was doing." So.
You don't
They
say.
just didn't watch you on the review. It sounds like
Did we have a review on our channel?
There's
Yeah.
a review, yeah,
From who?
YouTube.
from you
Me
and Briggs.
but
Yeah.
not you.
No, not me. I don't know where the fuck this happened. So.
Yikes.
But that's okay. I'm gonna be on it for Quiet Place Part 2, motherfuckers. I'm
Don't-
super excited
don't
for this.
believe
movie.
I'll be
that.
outside your house watching Netflix
First of
on
all-
your internet. I'm not doing it on Dad.
First of all, it might just be you because it sounds like we're all kind of iffy on seeing it.
Damn, I'm so excited for this movie. I love the first one a
Wh-
lot.
why?
Hey, it's
but-
just a bad release date for me personally. That's my thing. against
Two
it.
things. One, you're all like, "Oh, motherfucker, I'll be on that You season 2 review." That didn't happen. And then second of all, what about like, why are you so excited for this one? Like, sell me on it.
So, the first one, when I remember when I
Don't
saw
spoil it
like,
either. I haven't seen the trailer.
for the first one.
Jesus Christ.
O-M to the G.
So for I won't spoil it. I won't spoil it. For me now,
You can spoil it.
the
I don't care.
the first one, I wasn't excited for it when I first saw the original trailer because I thought, oh, it's just ghosts or spirits or something like that. But then when it escalated and I realized, okay, there is this
Alien
unknown.
loves his monsters.
I
or
fucking
aliens.
love monsters. When I realized, okay, there are like these creatures, and when I saw the movie then, and we saw to this point little tidbits and hints of not knowing where they came from, their origins, but the creatures in general, how they were, and just the intro of that movie, how it just set the tone.
It's a
I
good
thought,
intro.
this is a very
Yeah,
bold play.
100%.
Movies don't have the balls to do this kind of stuff, and I respect them for that. And it just got me so excited for how this family was going to survive, what they were going to do, and then the ending it blew my mind how it ended. And now
Okay, this is all great, but but the second one?
the second one,
Yeah,
I didn't.
I know why
expect
the
this
first
to,
one's great.
Well, I didn't
thought
ex-
it should be a top 5 Golden Geeks.
I did not
Taylor likes
expect
to set things
this
up, we
movie to
know.
get a sequel, and that's something that has me even more excited because I want to learn more about this world and the monsters in general. And now. Here we are with the sequel, which I didn't think would happen. I was hoping, and the trailer
think it'd
sucked
happen
me
either.
in because I thought, okay, the kind of I was getting Last of Us vibes from this trailer, and
Yeah,
that
I
was a
get-
good thing.
That's true. That's I guess it's just a genre we've seen so much, right? Of like people running around, and especially because to me the first one, spoiler, so skip 30 seconds, and in a way where it's just like stay where you are,
It's not even plugging his
stay
ears.
where you are, So that's what I'll say. So we'll see. John Krasinski,
Success.
he did a good job with A Quiet Place, so I have faith in him. So
Yeah.
I
March
gotta have faith.
27th, Mulan, the live action Mulan.
Let's go.
Is that going to theaters or Disney Plus?
Theaters.
Theaters.
Is there any movies that go to Disney Plus first?
I'm sure they'll have some originals.
There's something
Christmas
like
movies.
There's that Togo
there's
with
so-
William Dafoe.
Yeah, yeah,
And his
yeah.
I
husky.
thought it was Willem.
There's some
Willem.
like
Will.i.am.
There's some movie called Tommy or Timmy, some kids movie. So they will.
Jimmy.
The
Little
boy,
Jimmy.
Brahms.
Yeah, Home
Brahms.
Alone is gonna go there. The
So when
reboot.
is the first TV show? I'm just curious. I canceled my Disney Plus actually the other day
Wow.
because I don't really need it.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
so when are the first shows hitting there? Do we know that?
like the big shows?
Yeah,
In August. I was gonna bring that when we get to Black Widow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
but there's no like movies that we know that are going there.
nothing of note. I
Yeah.
don't think nothing. I'm trying to think like. Other than Home Alone, I feel like they maybe announced one big movie going in there, but nothing that's in the
Right.
the near future. So
Okay.
Mulan, I'm excited for. I like the trailers. It looks really good. I've also been very hit or miss on the Disney live action stuff, so this is another wait and see. I know lots of people are pissed that there's no Mushu in there and the songs are gone, but clearly they want to take a different route, and I feel like that's what you got to do. You either go for the carbon copy Lion King route or you go for the Cinderella route. And I think I actually prefer that because the Cinderella is probably my favorite. Aladdin's up there as well. That
Right in
might
the
be my
middle.
favorite.
Now
Yeah.
on Disney Plus.
But what?
Now on Disney Plus.
Is it on
Yep,
Disney Plus?
Aladdin is, yeah.
Perfect. I'll watch it again. But I like when they kind of change some stuff and take those routes instead of just the copy. So I will see this depending on reviews. It's got to kill in China.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I've seen the original. I like the tone. I like the trailer. I think it was pretty good. So I'll probably watch this on Disney Plus whenever it hits there later in the year. Yeah.
Yeah. I recently. I mean, I must have watched it when I was younger, but I just didn't remember anything. But I
Yeah.
recently watched the original. Great movie. Definitely like after seeing the trailer for the live action and then watching like the animated, it's just totally different vibes. Obviously, like the song. This one seems a lot more serious, but I don't know. I feel like I haven't seen that actress in anything, but I feel like she's gonna be great as Mulan. So I'm really excited for this film. Definitely has more serious tones, and yeah, I'm hyped.
This might be my second favorite live action Disney film that I'm anticipating. I mean,
Wow. Holy fuck, ladies and gentlemen. What does that even mean?
Taylor doesn't even know.
It might be my second favorite live action Disney movie to come out
Most
this
anticipated.
year. Most anticipated this year. I don't even know what the first one is.
Aladdin. I love Aladdin so much. It's my favorite
Why'd you
live
say
action.
this year then? Aladdin came out last year.
We're currently in 2020.
yeah.
Oh, right.
If you were unaware.
Of all time, I should have specified. That would have cleared it up.
Specificity.
So Aladdin was your most anticipated. This is behind that.
Yeah, it could. I don't know. I doubt it's gonna take that first slot, but it's just this movie has me so excited.
I guess
really
I'm just
pumped for it.
surprised, and I guess maybe it's because you're, I don't know, 0.005 Asian or something like that, apparently, which you've not proven to us. So you really loved Mulan that much back in the day?
Yeah, I like Mushu. I definitely love Eddie Murphy's Mushu.
Yeah,
He was
yeah.
fantastic. Mulan too, but it's just it.
I did not know there was a
I
sequel.
praise them. Like
Me neither.
I love Aladdin because you said it's a carbon copy or it's something brand new, and I like Aladdin because it's something right in the middle of
It's kinda
that.
a mix,
and
yeah.
I love it. Lion King, it was just a carbon copy, didn't do it for me. But this, I love that it's a whole fresh new take, and I love the color and the aesthetic and the tone to it. Just looks like a beautiful film.
Beautiful.
Perfect. Getting into April now. The Lovebirds, I looked it up. It looks like nothing we're going to be seeing. Peter Rabbit 2, The Runaway, great for you kids. But the big one, the main event, the one that might actually be happening April 3rd, The New Mutants, coming out about 2-3 years later than it was supposed to. We
Yeah.
just got that trailer this week. Dylan, what do you think about this? Because you were quite excited for it about 2 years ago when we
Yeah,
initially
no, I
saw
think that
this.
was a great trailer back in the day. And I think this is a pretty decent trailer as well. This one was more like, I don't know, I feel like that original one was more just like the tone, like this is the kind of vibe we're going for, whereas this one's like, here's the cast of characters, here's what their powers are. Go see it. That was the kind of vibe I was getting from this one. I think it's a good enough trailer. I like the other, like the original trailer more.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, not like I rewatched it or anything, but I just had stronger emotions to that one. But I would still say I'm excited for this movie because, I don't know, it didn't seem like the reason this movie's got pushed around and is just so messy is because it was a bad movie. It just feels like it was this weird in-between of, like, Disney acquiring Fox
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
like, what is X-Men right now. Just, I don't know. I feel like there was other reasons, not because it was... Because it seemed like it was a finished movie, and then they
were in the middle of reshoots with the Per Trap because what happened was, so they made this. It was the rumor is after it they greenlit this movie because they're like, there's lots of money in horror classic studio, lots of money in horror films. So they got Josh Boone and said, go make a horror movie X-Men. He says, great. He made it, and they're like, it's too scary. We don't want that. So they made him reshoot, or they wanted to reshoot a bunch of stuff. The rumor is Disney apparently brought Boone back and said they didn't do any reshoots, and he just re-edited the version he wanted to. So this isn't a case where lots of people go, Disney evil. We talk about Doctor Strange, grave differences. You never know in the situation because they went to him and said, hey, we want you to make that movie you're making. And I was wrong because I always thought this would just be thrown on Hulu or something. I thought they would just hide it, but they're giving it a full release, it looks like, in theaters and
Yeah.
everything. So, a good Disney story.
for
Director
them.
must be happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As for the... I don't know. I mean, once again, they use that same, like, Pink Floyd
Yeah.
kind of cover song. I like that. Yeah, exactly. Thanks, Travis. What's her name? Anya Taylor-Joy is
Yeah.
her name. She's great in Split and Glass.
Yep.
So I don't know. I think I guess she's not really the lead. It's kind of this other character that I didn't even know was in it originally. She kind of seems like that's the lead, or at least
I
that's
think
how they
it's ensemble.
that's how they introduced the movie,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like through that character from like the outsider's perspective. So I would say I'm still excited for this movie. I don't know how high of hopes I have for it at this point because it's just this big murky mess. But I'd say it's probably gonna be my top 5 for the most
Nice.
anticipated of this year. So
All
whatever that
right,
means
yeah.
to you.
This will not be on my top 5.
Wow.
Definitely. I don't know.
Harsh.
I feel like
He's
it's
got
just one of
Brahms
those
in there.
things that I thought it came out, didn't. I felt like it was on like straight to Blockbuster or
Straight to
something.
Blockbuster.
Just like
You
I
did
don't
the
know.
X-Men retro though. Shouldn't that get you a little more hyped?
Like,
You've been
it
through the whole
should,
journey. This is
but
the
this
now
also
this is going to be
should
the
have been
true
out,
end
no?
of that generation. We thought
True.
Dark Phoenix, so
Yeah.
hopefully we get a better end this time.
So like I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't know. This is a movie that like when it was announced years ago, I wasn't that excited for it. I didn't know too much about it, but I feel like I'll probably be like surprised on it and be like, man, like I should have been more hyped on. This is actually awesome, and I feel like going into it with that mindset is a more positive thing to have because like I don't want to get overhyped and then it just be like, oh, okay, probably didn't have to come out that way, but I don't know. Not too hyped on it, but not against it.
Taylor, I imagine
Not
you're the
petition
same.
it.
just not hyped.
'Cause you
Yeah,
hate X-Men.
New Mutants actually. I probably won't see it in theaters.
You'll see
Wow.
underwater.
Of course you don't. You fucking
I'll
hate
see
X-Men.
underwater. Well, these aren't the
It's gonna
X-Men.
be me and you, Travis. We're gonna be holding that.
Yeah.
down
Well, I'll
the
see
fort on
it.
that
I'll
one.
see it in theaters for sure.
Yeah,
I'll review it.
hell yeah, you
fuck
will.
yeah. I was on the X-Men retro. I gotta be there.
These characters are not the X-Men, are they? Are they just new?
They are
mutants?
X-Men.
They're
Well, they
X-people.
eventually, everyone kind of becomes an X-Men at some point. It's like the Avengers. Everybody's been an Avenger.
So
at some
how
point.
does
Magic
this
is
work
probably
into
the
the
most popular
timeline?
one. Would you say?
Yeah,
Of the
100%.
bunch,
She's
yeah.
Colossus' sister. She's been through hell and back where she got teleported into a portal when she was like 10 and she's been fighting demons her whole life. And then
That's
she comes,
Anya Taylor-Joy.
yeah, she comes back and she doesn't even recognize her brother. To me, this is like the Joker or like Joker for X-Men. This looks like it's not going to be like, oh, this was Hugh Jackman's Wolverine was here at one point. It looks like it's a separate story off. Even like Birds of Prey, like might have a few little connections, but I think very, very minor. It's just going to be kind of its own story about what happens if these mutants were put in an insane asylum because maybe people don't believe them, or the reverse of like, because you've seen Nightmare on Elm Street 3 Dream Warriors, right? That when
No.
they put them, you haven't? I thought you've seen all of them all.
No, I haven't.
Wow. They put all the kids that are dreaming about Freddy in this institution, and they kind of learn and bounce off each other about like the dreams and how to make them more powerful. I think he cited that as an inspiration. So I think it's going to be very similar to that, which is great because it's the greatest Nightmare on Elm Street.
I will
possibly.
retract what
Possibly.
I said, and I will see it in theaters with the boys.
Wow.
And
the
the Broms.
boys. The boys
So
and the
he's
Broms.
gonna- Hold them to that. Check out in April. And I bet in April there'll be some reason. Oh, I got to see Peter Rabbit for the channel, you know.
Good trailer.
Peter Rabbit.
Yeah, I loved this trailer. It's very different than the first one. The first one was a lot more quieter, a lot more in your head. This was just balls to the walls, like Magic is getting her arm in the sword. You see Demon Bear. You see people popping off with their powers. You see Maisie Williams turning into the wolf. So, like, kind of. So they just they're really going for it. And I think it works because other than Birds of Prey, there's a long gap in between comic book movies. So it is that going for it. And I think, who knows what the budgetary was after all reshoots and whatnot, but I think this will stand on its own. And for me, I just wonder what happens. It's kind of like the Joker problem. I wonder what happens if it's like, I don't think it'll be a massive hit, but I didn't think Joker was going to be $1 billion movie. It was. So my case is just what happens if this is. Like, what happens is that Dark Phoenix was fine because it bombed and everyone didn't like it. So it was like, oh, yeah, of course, Feige take it over. But I do wonder if
Worst movie of the decade, according to one of our fans.
a
on the,
patron, Jason Ford, he's a patron of ours. So yeah, I which I would not agree with.
bold claim.
Yeah, I would agree with
Jason.
Fantastic Four. That's another conversation we'll have in the thing. You guys roasted Fantastic Four. I was surprised. I would have put that top 5. The first half of that movie's good, you know.
I don't
Was
know if
it?
it's that good.
I think so. But this movie, hopefully the whole half of the movie is good. The half, the quarter, the portion, 2/4 portions of the movie better be good. But yeah, that makes me interested to see, like, maybe they don't follow the continuity, but if this movie is really great, would they keep someone like Anna Taylor-Joy around because she's an uprising star, and maybe you could work Magic in there somehow? Because if it doesn't really tie into the old X-Men movies,
yeah,
there's
true.
a chance they could kind of like retroactively fit this into the MCU somehow, or some of these characters. Parallel universes. Look at Endgame, right? So that's why I think if this is a massive hit, it might not be dead. If I had to bet, I think it would be, but you never know.
You never know.
April 10th, No Time to Die. Another
fuck
James
yeah.
Bond. Maybe we'll be doing some coverage. Check out our GV 2020 for further information. But Kirkland, Pat, so you're along with me. You're a big Bond fan. What are you thinking about? It's supposedly Daniel Craig's last outing. You got Rami Malek as the villain. Christoph Waltz is coming back.
Oh fuck yeah.
You got Dylan's future ex-wife, Ana de Armas, in there.
Ex-wife?
I just say it as a joke.
Ex-wife?
It's an old joke my dad
Excuse
used to
me?
do. And then
Come on.
you got, who else is in there? I thought there was one other female star. Michonne Lynch
All
from
you
Yeah.
need is
Captain
Anna de
Marvel.
Armas.
Wasn't Leia Seydoux in there?
Leia Seydoux from
Yeah.
Death Stranding. So
Yes.
cast and Jeffrey Wright
Not
and
that
Frank Gordon
fragile,
come back.
though.
Yeah, it is a stat cast. Craig's last outing. What do you think, Kirkland, going to
I
this?
am so fucking hyped for this film. Yeah, just like I don't know, James Bond, 007 films.
James
I feel like
Bond.
it's just got that weird thing in my heart where like as soon as I hear that theme song, I just get excited for it. Same with like a Mission Impossible. I don't know why I get.
And
I still.
64 starts flashing in your
Oh
mind.
yeah. Yeah, mine was Nightfire actually. My go-to 007 game was Nightfire, but both good games. But yeah, this film though, I am
Joke.
so excited
Bloodstone.
for it. Like you just mentioned the cast, you're rattling off, and I'm just Rami Malek as a villain. It's something I didn't think I needed, but man, after just I don't know, seeing more.
I think I needed it.
Yeah, you're right. I do need it. Knowing that he is gonna be a villain, I do need to see this. So this is already one of my top 5 films or most anticipated films of the year. I'm just so excited for this,
Dang,
and
You got to catch up on Spectre.
I know
Which we may
I
or
didn't
may not do.
yeah, exactly. I didn't want to say anything, but
Yeah.
tune in tomorrow or whatever day that comes out.
Saturday.
This
Saturday.
week. This
So
week.
this week, yeah.
Yeah.
The week of January
Week of January.
10th.
Is there a streaming
Ish.
site like Netflix or Amazon Prime that I can watch James Bond movies on?
Like these 4
Yeah, like where are they online? Are they on like a Netflix?
Well, who
or
owns the
Amazon
you
Prime?
can
rights?
borrow them.
Isn't it like,
I own every single one on Blu-ray.
You have like all the originals?
All the originals, yeah.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
a massive,
On Blu-ray?
I'm a massive Bond
Respect.
fan.
Damn.
On Blu-ray.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I got, and it's a
4K?
collector edition too. No, before 4K.
See, I'm
time.
only watching 4K movies now in my home.
So if you want to borrow them, you can
I'm
start
on
all the
8K.
way from the 60s to now and watch them all.
Yeah. Oh god. Well, that's definitely retro worthy. Holy shit. I mean, I'd probably just watch because I've seen Skyfall. I'd probably watch Spectre.
I still haven't seen Spectre, but
But I've seen
Stay tuned.
I've seen Octopussy, Skyfall. I haven't seen Casino Royale.
Octopussy?
Octopussy.
So wait,
yeah.
you
Is
saw
that the name of a
Octopussy.
movie?
That's in like the 60s, and you saw what?
Oh, okay.
Skyfall. Skyfall.
Yeah.
And Casino
Daniel
Royale.
I
Craig's
haven't seen
first film.
Casino Royale.
Wow, did you watch them? Did you not watch any of the Pierce Brosnan areas like Gold?
Oh.
No, I missed
I love those.
ones.
Wow.
What the fuck?
Pierce
Yeah, I know,
Brosnan.
right?
He was my like.
Yeah, but you
honestly,
played-
I think he's still my James Bond.
But you
over
played
Daniel Craig.
GoldenEye on N64, so that's where
Yeah.
you get your Pierce from.
I don't know. Just my earliest influence with James Bond was just he's the kind of guy who just walks into a room and just sleeps with the woman standing there. I remember. I think he did that
Wow.
in Skyfall. He just walked onto a boat or something.
Well, Skyfall
No,
is a
let's
very
not talk about
controversial
boats
scene.
and sleeping with women.
There is actually some boat action. It's kind of
I
weird.
love
Skyfall.
boats.
Dylan, someone, you know.
Yeah, I have seen precisely 0 of these Daniel Craig movies. The first time I ever seen him act in anything was Knives Out recently.
Really?
And anything.
Holy
Well, what else would I have seen him in? Yeah, I thought so.
Wasn't
Yeah, I
he in
thought
that
so.
train movie, Orient Express?
He's in Star Wars:
No.
The Force Awakens. He
Yeah.
plays a stormtrooper.
He's a very important.
You're all
character.
wrong. You're all wrong. I have not seen them. I'd like to watch them. We'll see if I get around to it. Not too sure. But you know, Ana de Armas is in there, and that sells it for me.
Oh, I'm so
She's
excited.
amazing. I can't wait to draft her for the comic book draft in 2020.
If you get there, bub.
That's my round 1 pick.
I think it's all
Are
our.
you excited to marry her?
Weird question.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how to answer. I haven't met her yet.
Are you excited,
so-
are you excited to divorce her?
You
no,
sound like
No.
he's doing a
excited.
you from Joe's or Joe from you situation.
Ana de Armas. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, as you heard, I own every Bond. I'm a massive Bond fan. It's one of those things, a fat, chubby little nerd kid. You just see this suave, well-dressed, buff guy, and you're like, that could be me one day. It's not exactly me,
That was
but
a
I always
wild
try.
sentence.
Yeah, I always try to get there. Lots of my dressing style. Actually, lately, and after I saw Spectre, the costumes and the design are great. So anytime I've like dressed up, whatnot, it's all Bond and Daniel, especially the Daniel Craig
I
era.
want to start wearing turtlenecks.
He looks like
because
the
of him.
best
No,
Bond. Oh yeah, I got a couple. As you were just seeing in this cast. So yeah, I love Bond. It is just ultimate adventure. I think the trailer is almost identical to Skyfall, so I think that's why I liked it so much. But I just hope Daniel Craig gets a good send out. I like Spectre a lot more than other people, but it was not as good as Skyfall. Skyfall to me is the best Bond. It's one of the best movies this last decade. So very excited for him to do this. Hopefully it's good. And then I'm excited for whoever the new Bond is because I think they got a good cast. And it's always fun when we get a new Bond. And yeah, so stay tuned for March and April. You never know what could be cooking. But you know what's cooking?
What's
Before
cooking?
we go, Kirklin has something to say.
I was just gonna ask this is just I don't know prediction. Do you think it'll be a younger Bond? I have a feeling they'll go like 20-year-old dude.
No, I think they'll still be
they'll keep it? Okay.
Still, because I don't know if too young. Because there's you don't
I'm
want
thinking late 60s.
there's a couple
Just
Bonds with that.
Whatever his name is.
Roger Moore and Sean Connery, but
Sean Connery.
I think they still like to keep it in a sense that he's like a man, James Bond. Maybe they go the women route, but
Yeah, I mean,
I don't
like
think they
late
will.
20s. I probably
Late 20s
misspoke by
fine.
like
Late
early
20s,
20s,
yeah.
but yeah, I think like 27, 28.
Yeah.
That's just a hunch, obviously.
it's
'cause
not
we
gonna
don't
be
know
either,
anything.
It's not gonna be Idris Elba like everyone wants.
See like a Nick
I still
Cage
am
in
in
there, maybe.
Nope,
I think
never. Don't
he'll
let
be
me
like the
in your
late
Bond.
60s.
Cage.
Give it a couple
I
decades
I would be
and he'll
so
be the
down
Bond.
for Nick Cage.
April
guys.
17th, Monster Problems, The Secret Garden, Trolls World Tour. I don't know any of those. I just know.
I've just watched a few of these trailers. Well, Monster Problems doesn't have a trailer.
Okay.
Secret Garden looks like a kids movie. Very beautiful movie though. I will
It's a
say.
kids movie.
I think so.
Really?
I think it's based on like a kid's book or something.
Okay, because Trolls World Tour is obviously a kids movie, so it's a surprise
Yeah.
coming because that
It's a
movie's-
very, very beautiful trailer. That
Okay.
Secret Garden, a lot of green trees and stuff. And then I'm just watching as we speak the Antlers trailer. This movie looks
Right.
fucking wild. This is like some horror movie. I saw Jesse Plemons in there. Looks like he's reprising his game night role, so I'm down for that.
everyone's
And then they throw Guillermo del Toro on there, but they also did that for fucking Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. So I don't think that's something
I don't
to
trust it anymore.
Yeah, I
I-
don't trust it.
I
at
think
all.
this one will be better because I didn't even see Antlers there. This was compared to Hereditary a lot in the festivals. So
Really?
Yeah, I think
Antlers?
it'll be on our radar.
It
and I
looks
think we'll be
looks
talking
pretty
about.
intense.
A24?
So
I don't think it is.
it's
I
not
think it's
A24.
someone else.
It's Fox Searchlight.
Oh, so it's Disney. It's a
Interesting,
Disney
yeah.
movie.
I think I'm.
Well,
yeah,
I don't
I'll
know.
be
Is it,
following that
could
one a
this
little
be
bit.
like a remnant from?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
Yeah.
they probably bought it before, but still, because this
And
was
wasn't Searchlight? What is the difference between Isn't that
Searchlight's
like
more
like
independent,
Yeah, I thought
Oscar
so.
baity sort
Right.
of stuff. Yeah, so
It looks kind of cool. I mean, it looks like there's a kid that's kind of the main guy. So
Yeah, I
that
think
could
we'll be
always go
watching
wrong,
this.
But,
it's weird,
Yeah.
like the Geek first.
oh yeah, check out this Jesse Plemons scene, guys.
The only thing else shows Trolls World Tour. Gwen's a
I'll
big
get
fan
it
of the
for you.
original Trolls, so maybe I won't
Is
see
this the
one.
third Trolls movie?
Shout out to
This is the
Gwen.
second.
Second. Oh.
Yeah. So maybe one day when she can talk, she'll start reviewing movies. Anything to say on those movies?
I have nothing to say until May, and with that, I'll be right back.
I don't actually have anything to say. Yeah, about these April 24 movies, Antebellum and
God,
Bad
he's
Trip.
only on here for a frame. I can't pause it in time.
Antebellum says from the producers of Get Out and Us, so maybe that'll be a good thing. I don't know. But let's go to May 2020, the first MCU movie.
Look at that
He
Jesse
does
Plemons
look like
in
he's
all
the
his
game night.
fucking prime. He's got that mustache on
He
there.
does look like the game night character.
Kind of looks like Tyler Briggs a little bit. Too.
He kind of does too. May
I'll leave that for
20 or
Kirkland.
May 2020, May 1st, Black Widow, the prequel to Natasha Romanoff. First MCU movie of the year, so nothing in February as usual or anything like
Yeah.
that. Obviously, we talked about it not too long ago the trailer, but just thoughts in general about
Yeah.
coming out.
For me, it hasn't really changed. I think this movie's too late. I think they
Mhm.
should have done this when it takes place in the actual MCU timeline.
Mhm.
I think they should have. I think they were scared because they didn't want to do a woman-led movie, and I think that was stupid of them. They should have, but thankfully we're in a different time now. We're getting Birds of Prey, Black Widow, and Wonder Woman all in the same year. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
However, I'm not really too excited for this movie just because I feel like they just kind of wrapped up her storyline like a few months ago, and now
Mhm.
we're dipping right back in. So I don't know. I'm curious how they're gonna tie that in with the end of her character, and perhaps it'll be good, and I'll definitely see it. But I would say I'm not very. This is like my least hyped Marvel movie just because of the timing on it. Like I would have been stoked for this if it came out a few years ago. It's awesome that Florence Pugh is in there though. 'cause
Yeah.
she's the lead of Midsummer, and she's amazing in that movie.
Mhm.
So she's definitely just like an amazing actor. So that's a good sign. But other than that, I don't know. The trailer didn't really do it for me. Nothing's really changed since we talked about it on the other
No.
cast. But
Yeah, I share the same sentiment as Dylan. The three things I'm looking forward to the most is Florence Pugh because that's just exciting. Great actress around right now. Two is just because I think it will MCU, they have a good quality, so I think it'll at least be an enjoyable movie. I'll like it. I at least expect a 7 out of 10 or higher. And 3, I think that some of these post-credit scenes are going to be pretty juicy because this is our first MCU movie since Spider-Man.
That's true.
We didn't get any MCU end credit scenes in Endgame, so and I still think my theory of the Thunderbolts is happening. But yeah, this might be a minor spoiler, but I don't have any MCU stuff in my top 5.
Yeah,
movies.
me neither.
Yeah, I just think this is a recovery year. I do think we'll talk about this once these two are done. It's TV, but I still want to bring up the Disney Plus thing. So what do you guys think about Black Widow?
I was very excited from the trailer. I feel like I'm kind of in, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of split 50-50, so I won't say I'm in the minority of people that are really excited for it. I didn't hear your guys' take.
I'm not too stoked on it personally.
Yeah.
but
What do we,
I'm sure there's
me
people out
either,
there.
Yeah. I think it'll be good, but
Mediocre,
I'm
yeah.
not dying to see it. Like if someone
Yeah.
came to me and said you don't get to see the Black Widow trailer, I'd be like, just tell me what the end credits are.
Yeah.
Then, you know.
I don't think it'll make my top 5. Minor
Mm.
spoiler, like Travis did. But I was really excited on the trailer. I don't know. I just really like Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow, and yeah. What about you? I'm also excited to see the ensemble. Especially, is that the same girl from Midsommar?
Yeah.
Yeah. If
I'm
you
excited
guys
for
if you
that.
guys don't want like a bigger breakdown, I think the title of the episode is like Black Widow versus
did
whatever
very well.
trailer. So you can go check that episode out if you want a bigger breakdown. But
Mm-hmm. Totally.
I love the trailer. I'm very, very excited for this movie. It just gives me, I'm getting like Jason Bourne kind of vibes from
Yeah.
this, and I'm just super stoked to see what they're doing with Black Widow's character. And I feel like, you know, you made a couple good points, but I feel like Captain Marvel kind of set the tone for like maybe they weren't too afraid of doing like a woman-led
I think he
superhero
means
movie.
now though. Like
now.
I think he means back then, which
well, Wonder
Feige-
Woman was what changed their
100%.
changed their
Yeah.
viewpoint.
And because
Yeah.
Feige, the original guy that he was partnered with, he didn't. It wasn't a Feige call. It was what the fuck? Ike Perlmutter. He didn't want to do a female
Fucking
led. He didn't want to do
Perlmutter.
Black Panther. He didn't want to do a lot of things. So that's why I think they would have done Black Widow back then, but they couldn't have. So they're like playing catch up. So
Mm.
which
Well,
is
I feel like, you know, Feige is he's got a calendar. He's got his whiteboard. He's connecting the strings.
next 5 years he has planned.
Yeah, he's got his 5-year plan again, and I feel like, you know, he chose this movie to kickstart us off into the new saga for a reason. I feel like it's
Could be,
gonna have
yeah.
some juicy stuff. So
I agree with you there. I think the end credits better not be a comedic one. I think there's a chance both of them are big things, like
Yeah.
big setups. I know some people are speculating that Florence Pugh will live and become Black Widow. I don't think so, because where the fuck was she during Infinity War Endgame? She's either bad or she's dead. It's the Rogue One situation. She's not around.
Yeah.
So, but I think those end credits, they're going to give us something good. I really do. I think that and Eternals, both of them are going to, because I think they know that the movie will be, they're not like bad, but I think they know they got to work a little harder to get that. But then at the same time, I would have never thought Captain Marvel was going to be $1 billion movie, and it just
Yeah.
blew up, right? So Black Widow could easily just blow up. It's been, since July 2019, since that was the last MCU movie, right?
July.
Yeah,
Yep.
it would've been
Spidey?
July.
So May,
Jeez,
June,
eh?
July- so almost a full year, and that's rare for
Salivating
MCU.
for it.
So that's the other thing where it might just help that people might just get excited to see that Marvel stuff again, you know. And
Yeah.
I almost called her Natasha. Scarlett Jo is a big star as well, so
Yeah. I'm excited to just see her in that character again,
Yeah, yeah.
honestly.
full movie. The white suit's looking good. So
Oh, fuck yeah.
I just wanted to bring these up because I might forget them. And yeah, they're TV adjacent, but I just want to get your guys' quick thoughts on Falcon Winter Soldier. That's coming out this year. But then also, because we haven't talked about this on cast, they announced that WandaVision is coming out 2020 as well.
Yeah.
I just thought I'd shout that out because they're not movies, but they tie in the MCU. What are you guys thinking about those? WandaVision now officially this year? So-
Yeah, I don't think my thoughts have changed at all. I'm excited for both those shows. I'll renew my Disney Plus when they come around.
Mhm.
But I don't know. I mean, we haven't seen anything. We haven't really gotten any new information as far as I know, so I don't think I have much to add there.
Yeah, out of those two, I feel like the only one that my hype has changed on is WandaVision. Before, I wasn't too excited for it, but maybe it's just knowing now that it's coming out sooner and just sitting on it a little bit longer. I'm definitely a lot more excited for that. And I don't know, it's weird too because with that tying in with Doctor Strange, and obviously we just got some
Just
Doctor
lost the
Strange
director.
news, so it's like I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good point actually. It's kinda
yeah,
weird.
I don't know.
So here's the thing about WandaVision, because people have been speculating why did it move. One, I'm really happy it moved because I thought just Eternals, Black Widow, and Falcon Winter Soldier, I thought that was a very light lineup for MCU. But WandaVision, just because it ties into Doctor Strange, and I think it's going to be a weird show, helps in 2020. But I think they did that because they have said it's going to tie so much into Doctor Strange that originally I think it was coming out like a month before the movie. I think they want to make sure everyone sees the show before Doctor Strange and not just risking of like, oh, it ties in and then the movie's out in a month. I think they want at least 6 months in between so your parents, people mainstream could catch up. So that's what I do think maybe that had something to do with Derrickson leaving, that they've just shifted some things and they want to tie in. It will be interesting whenever we do next newscast, see if more breaks on that. But it is funny now in the past 2 weeks we've gotten shifts on both those projects. So it's clearly something is they weren't jiving one way, right? Because they easily could have said, we need you to do this in D Strange 2 to fit with the show. And maybe he's like, I don't want to do that as well. Kevin Feige, and that's what happened, right? So
threw the hat
True.
at him, decapitated him.
Oh, wow. He brings
He's
out
like,
his tether
Odd job.
from us. You direct Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, you just like mentioning with like the Doctor Strange stuff, and if they wanted it, I don't know, just more time for people to see WandaVision. Like on a business side, that makes a little bit more sense. So,
yeah.
Yeah. Interested in seeing how much it actually is tied in, especially with the director change.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm just excited for both these shows. I want some more TV shows on Disney Plus. I love Disney Plus, but I want to binge some shows. I want some MCU shows.
Well, you're not binging these ones.
No,
They come out week to week.
I know that's gonna be brutal, but I'm excited to see WandaVision. I think I'm more excited for just because I'm curious to see. I don't know. The WandaVision thing linking up with Doctor Strange. I'm just feeling like, okay, these are like the first steps to maybe Ghost Rider, and
I don't think you're wrong about that.
I'm
yeah.
getting goosebumps. The hairs are up on my
Because
wrist
Feige
right now.
said something that has people buzz.
On
He
my
said
wrist.
it was going to introduce characters you never thought we could before. So, and there,
Oh, yeah.
you might be excited about this, and I don't like it, but there's rumors that I don't know if he's back, but Quicksilver may be making an appearance.
Yes, I want him back.
Because here's minor spoilers, but I'm not going to say that because I don't know what people read. There's just some audition tapes that came out for certain characters talking about a certain character, and you'd be like, why would you
I want to
talk
hear about
that
this
character?
afterwards.
Yeah, after I will share it, but it's something I've talked about before, that maybe what Wanda and Vision get up to, and there's been
Force
signs.
babies.
Force hashtag Raylo. Give me that Raylo show. But yeah, I'm excited for these two. I'm very excited for. I'm excited for WandaVision, the idea of how it ties into everything. I love Scarlet Witch as a character, so I'm happy she's getting more. And Falcon and Winter Soldier, I think when we did our ranking, I had that in top 3 or something, just because I think it's very exciting to have Sam Wilson as Cap, to see the ramifications. Zemo's coming back. He's on set with his mask. And I think they've kind of hinted at it, but I think it's going to be kind of like Black Panther. I like the more serious, kind of sometimes political stuff if done right, and I think they're going to tap into do people legitimately have a problem with like a black man having the shield, because what the hell's his real name? Anthony Mackie, he said like,
Anthony.
what that would mean for America and the country. So
Yeah.
I think there's going to be lots of stuff going on, and we've talked about this before, so it's broken record, but I'm excited to hopefully finally actually like Bucky or Winter Soldier. He's fine for me, but we've talked about last few movies. He's just kind of, he's there.
Oh man, he's been on the back burner big time.
So maybe he's on the
Yeah.
front burner. Good thing we talk about this now, because May 8th, Greyhound, Legally Blonde 3. I got nothing to add about those.
I can't believe they're making another Legally Blonde. When did the second one come out?
I can believe it.
Like,
Really?
before
That doesn't seem
2010.
like the most absurd
Yeah,
thing.
before. Okay.
Reese Witherspoon's probably like not doing so great right now, so you just got to do something to get back in the saddle.
I wouldn't
I'm not
assume
going to go
that.
that far. She's a big show on Apple. I think it's just...
on Apple, yeah, a huge platform with tons
She
of
got
viewers.
nominated with Golden Globes. She had paid tons of money, and she's on Quibbly. I think...
fuck is Quibbly?
It sounds like a Harry Potter newspaper.
Go look it up. Quibbly's stupid. I don't think it's going to work.
That's funny.
Yeah, I think it'll just be a hit. I think it's a nostalgia play.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not surprised she's doing it. It makes sense. It's her brand.
They're bringing back Lizzie McGuire,
I
bringing
think
back
it's
Legally
surprising to
Blonde.
me. I don't know.
Yeah. You're not seeing it?
Probably not.
Okay.
I'd be
You
surprised if I
considered
did.
it though for a second.
Well, like I really liked the first one, but like I feel like I was 5 years old when that came out. So
Nice.
yeah.
I'm not that old now. So
Taylor, any
it's
thoughts
very
on Legally
possible.
Blonde?
7 or 8.
7 or 8.
You don't have to.
Plus
You
or
can just say pass.
I've never seen Legally Blonde.
Perfect. May 15th. I didn't read these other 3, or the other 2. The ogre donor, the organ donor, and the woman in the window.
I googled the organ
Okay.
donor. Apparently there's this thing. Do you know what Saw the organ donor is?
Saw the organ donor.
It's this crazy shit on YouTube. There's like a bunch of videos with
Whoa.
Saw the organ donor, people posting fake trailers saying it's Saw 9, Saw 10, whatever the fuck we're on.
because Saw has a release date coming
That's
up.
interesting.
That's what I'm saying, man.
I
I'm
Google
just
it and
I'm
like,
freaking
the
out.
photos are
Yeah.
so
I don't know what the heck this
That
is.
makes no sense.
There's fake trailers out there. I don't know. I was hoping you would steer me straight. I don't know what's going on here.
Let's see if we can.
I watched a trailer just a minute ago.
but it
Yeah,
was
it
a
says-
fake
it's-
trailer.
it
Hell yeah, it was a
hold
fake
on, hold
trailer.
on.
It's
Hold
weird
on,
because
hold
when
on,
I
hold
click on it, it says Untitled Saw Project.
Kirkland's,
says
Kirkland's got something.
The Organ Donor is an upcoming American horror film. The film will serve as the 9th installment in the Saw franchise. The film is directed by Darren Lynn Bousman.
Bosman. That doesn't make sense because it does say plot details are kept under wrap. It's described. Oh, have they? Oh, they changed the title maybe then since I last looked
So
at
it's just
it.
called The Organ Donor? It's got to be called Saw still. Or they want to distance
Based on a
themselves from
story by
Jigsaw.
Chris Rock.
No, it's not. When I checked this movie, when I checked this a few weeks ago, there was Untitled Saw 9. So it is. They've changed it to the Organ Donor. That's
Sam Jackson is in this movie,
fascinating.
possibly?
You know he is. Him and Chris Rock are together.
Oh, there's a scene here then.
And Max
That's
Minghella.
fake. Nothing's been released.
Is that
In
the guy
theaters,
from Crazy Rich
October
Asians?
27th.
That's what?
Is that the guy from Crazy Rich Asians? Max Minghella?
Maybe I never saw the movie actually.
Okay.
But Chris Rock is
What's the
playing a
actor?
detective, and then
oh no, he's from A Simple Favor.
Yeah.
Simple Favor. Yeah.
Actually, I think that is the same guy.
Well, we got that one sorted out, boys. Good job.
Wow, plot kept under details. So what do we think about that?
Jigsaw 2 first official reveal.
No.
There's some crazy shit when you YouTube anything to do with Saw.
I mean, oh yeah, they go check out our Saw retro. Saw people are in love.
Theory is the Organ Donor Jigsaw's first real game.
So
Bum bum.
what do we think about that then? What is it described as a reimagining of
Dude,
the horror
I have no
film
idea
Saw?
what the fuck this is, but I am highly
I
excited
will
for it
I'll
because
start
Saw
off
is
by
hilarious.
saying I am not interested whatsoever, and I've never been interested in the Saw series.
Because originally, this happened months ago, Chris Rock apparently pitched Lionsgate like, "Hey, I have a reimagining of Saw," so that's correct. And then he's playing a detective. Sam Jackson's his father. That's all been confirmed. Darren Lynn Bosman, who directed Saw 2, 3, and 4, is directing this,
Give me Hoffman.
but he's not gonna make it, unfortunately. That I did not know was called the Organ Donor now, and I can't say that
Boom.
name.
The ogre.
So
The
wait, you
ogre.
said it
Ogre
later
Donor.
on that document. There's actual Saw date though.
No, I thought there was originally when I checked this, but
Oh, it's
it was
changed.
just they changed the name,
Oh, okay.
which is strange because I thought originally it was like coming out in the later
Right.
in the summer. But wow,
So I'll tell you one thing. I'm not going to see Scoob on that day. I'm gonna go see the Organ Donor.
yeah, we're definitely gonna say because
Go check out our Saw retrospective where we talked about every single Saw movie and then did a review of Jigsaw.
Oh yeah, Taylor's first fail on the podcast. Spoilers. What do you think
Yep.
about that, Taylor? What are your theories going on about the Organ Donor being a new? How do you feel? How do we feel about them not using the Saw name as like for
I like
marketing?
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're doing something fresh, so they don't have to necessarily like market it as you call it Saw or Jigsaw or anything like that. People are gonna
Yeah, they
immediately
put it in that
connect
bucket.
to the original series. And
Yeah.
this is a retelling, a whole new thing. So
Wow.
I think it's a fresh take.
I think it's a
and
great
fresh wave.
idea because
Yeah.
Saw and I had this because I'd just seen like the first Saw movie like 2 or 3 years ago for the first time, and then we did the retro. Right before that, I had this conception that Saw was just this movie all about torture porn. Essentially, I thought that's all it was, and I could not be more wrong. I think the most interesting thing about Saw is all the fucking plot twists. Like those movies are crazy, and the way they connect together is super super interesting. So I think it's a great idea to get away from that Saw name because I think most people are in the boat I am, where they just think it's like just torture porn and that's all it is.
Yeah.
When it's actually very interesting. So if you get away from it, maybe there's some room there, and they can still tie into it because the hardcore fans are going to know about this stuff anyway. Obviously, we barely knew about it like 5 minutes ago, but I think that's a good idea. Actually, distance themselves, especially with how terrible Jigsaw was.
Yeah,
So-
that's true. I'm gonna go
then if they
sawfreaks.com tonight and find out.
Yeah,
what they
exactly.
know.
Like no one wants to go see Halloween 20. They want to go see the Halloween the reboot, right, in
Yeah.
theaters. I don't know. Maybe people didn't go to see it.
Halloween Kill.
But either way, I think this is a good idea to just kind of change it up a bit. And I wonder what those trailers are going to be like. I wonder if they're going to mention
Yeah.
Jigsaw. I wonder if there's going to be the fucking what's his name, Billy.
Billy the puppet.
Yeah, like I wonder. I'm super curious.
This is so curious now, and I'm just trying to think. of
I
the
forgot
name.
Saw was happening too.
Yeah.
So this jumped up to my. This has jumped up in my anticipated. I'll tell you that.
And like I'm
much.
just trying to think of like the organ donor. Like, is that a trap where they have to like give something? Because Saw,
Well,
I
it
was
could
always
be,
like a
you know,
trap.
they called him Jigsaw. Maybe the organ donor is just the name they give him or something like that.
So is he like putting people in traps, taking the organs, throwing them
Maybe.
like
out?
that's the new killer name.
maybe
you're
that's
saying?
their
like the
new
Wet
killer name
Bandits.
they're going
Yeah.
with. Yeah.
Man.
Wet Bandits.
Joe Pesci's Jigsaw on this one. Imagine his tape. Wow. Scoop, I'm excited for because I'll see that with my daughter. Anything else on Scoop?
I'm with Dylan. I'm gonna see Organ.
Well, I'm definitely seeing that. Gwen can wait till Cheap Tuesday.
Yeah.
She
Take
doesn't
her
need-
with you. You know.
Oh yeah, she doesn't
I-
need to know what's coming.
I
up.
mean, I grew up watching Scooby-Doo. Was one of my favorites, but it's not one I've ever like gone back to or anything. I'll probably go see this one, but I also thought I would eventually go see The Grinch, and I never did. So that's probably what'll happen with this one.
Mhm.
I'll go see the organ donor again. See
Yeah,
how it all
I'm,
connects.
I'm pretty similar with your explanation of Scoob. Of like, I was pretty excited for the Grinch. I actually ended up seeing it. I totally forgot
Yeah.
about that.
in theaters or just like
In
on?
theaters,
Yeah.
but like, I had a hookup,
Yeah,
so didn't have to
Got
pay
the
anything.
hookup.
But yeah, I'll probably see Scoob. Not excited for it, but
May 22nd, the SpongeBob movie, Sponge
Oh.
on the Run, and Fast and Furious 9.
Wow. SpongeBob for me is the same as Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
Although the memes, I would say memes have kept that one alive, whereas Scooby-Doo doesn't really have the
Yeah.
memes.
that is
The
true.
Shaggy memes.
Shaggy memes.
the
Yeah,
first
but
time
like,
Shaggy
how
memes.
often do you see a Shaggy meme just as
Definitely
you're
not
browsing?
as often
I
as
see
SpongeBob.
memes like every single day of my life.
Literally every day. Yeah.
So that's kind of crazy. Fast is shit. I'm not interested.
I'm super excited for the new Fast and the Furious. I love those movies. Give me Vin Diesel.
Yeah, I
any
can
day
go
of
buy the
week.
game too.
Okay, so
No.
Yeah, God, I want to just review, but I'm gonna lay this on you because you're a Fast fan, which I just learned like this year. He never spoke one word of it. So there's rumors going around that they might be bringing Paul Walker back. How does that
Nope.
affect you?
Don't do
Oh.
it.
I'm with
Don't
you.
do
There's
that.
rumors going around that because his brothers are around and they might be doing some kind of digital,
But like CGI or like
Yeah.
old scenes.
Yeah, no, like a CGI. Yeah. So if that happens, I think I would see it, but I'm not. That to me feels that's the jumping of the shark moment of the series. If they do that, that's the officially. I think they turn a lot of people off, especially because it was such a good send off for him. He died in mid filming. They worked with what they had, and to me, it was with the Carrie Fisher thing. You hear all the arguments of some people saying it worked, some people say it didn't. But for the Paul Walker thing, everyone seems pretty universally it worked, and they pulled it off. Good job, James Wan. He went on to go make Aquaman. He's a talented director. So I think if they bring him back in any sense, I'm fine if they mention him at all or talk about him or whatnot. But if they bring him back with using some deepfake or whatever, I will be pretty upset about that, and I'll
Yeah.
lose a lot of faith in franchise. I've already lost faith in the franchise because Jason Statham killed one of their fucking friends, and he hangs out with them at barbecues now. So this series is completely, it's just GTA. I've said that now, it's just GTA. So I can turn my mind off, but that is just like another level where the Statham, that's fake. The Paul Walker stuff, I'm not gonna be like offended. I'm gonna be like, oh my God, I'm just gonna like, oh, lame move. We don't need that. That to me shows they don't have any more good ideas if they bring back Paul Walker. So I just want to shut that. I could be wrong, but there were rumblings about it a few months ago.
Yeah, no, I agree. I definitely don't want Paul Walker to come back in that sense. To me, I see it as the equivalent to, you have a significant other who is a twin, and you think it's okay, and you're doing the right thing, but you sleep with the wrong
Whoa.
one. And then to everyone else, it's bad, it's frowned upon, it's horrible. And that's like them bringing in Paul Walker. But the company who did it, they didn't know what they were doing wrong. They thought it was okay, but they got fooled.
No, I think that's different though, because in your analogy, you're saying you didn't know this twin was not your girlfriend. This is the company knowing Paul Walker is dead and we're bringing him back.
Yeah, but they think it's okay, though, that they're doing
Well,
it.
yeah, that's dumb. They should have test screened that and been like, what would you think? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just, that's a risky play, I think.
Yeah.
But hey, that's like, what's his name? I can't remember. James Dean's gonna be in a movie this year. They're recreating him. So
yeah, it's
that's
getting some bad talk about that.
yeah, so we're just living that age where now dead actors are gonna be in all our movies.
You have to
and,
put
know.
it in like a will saying don't recreate me.
I feel
or
like you
something
shouldn't
like
have to
that.
do that.
Well, you
You
will
You
have
shouldn't,
to
but
now.
you're gonna have to. Yeah.
It's 2020, baby.
Because the James Dean thing, the family gave permission. So obviously James Dean, when he died at like the age of 20 in the fucking 60s, he had no idea one day they could recreate me and bring me back. But now, yeah, if you didn't want to be on screen, you could put in your will like, hey, it doesn't matter what family member, I don't want to be brought back. But I don't know. I guess it depends. Like, I think I'd still be all right with it because your family's still making money. I don't know. It's like, it depends what
I guess so.
That's a whole gray area. That's a top.
That
for another
is
day.
that's like an after 9
I
topic.
feel like
Yeah.
your soul would like possess the film and just fuck shit up. What was the other movie that you said?
That did it. That?
SpongeBob.
Oh, SpongeBob.
SpongeBob. I feel like there's so many SpongeBob movies and none of them will top that first one.
Yeah, Paul Walker's gonna be in this as well.
Great. Perfect.
live action. Yeah, this one was interesting. I was a little thrown off with just like like it's almost like a stop motion, isn't it?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
I know zero about this, other than I know Keanu's in it.
Yeah, and he just looks like he's on the set of John Wick, which I mean, it's not a bad thing. I love Keanu,
John
but
Wick.
I don't know, just something about it. I think the animation is just a little different.
little
for me.
outdated?
Yeah, well, it's not outdated because it's like a 2020 film, and they have like their unique style. Have you seen the trailer?
No.
Oh, okay. Has anyone seen the trailer?
No,
Okay,
I'm
I'm
just
talking
surprised-
to the air right now.
You're talking to the listeners if they've seen it. I'm just surprised
Yeah.
they're still making these movies. I didn't know SpongeBob was still this popular to be
Maybe the memes just kept him alive. But
and stoners.
this is like if you watch like the old Grinch and then this is like the new Grinch. Like it's a different
Okay.
animated style, which it's not a bad thing. It looks cute and everything, and I'm sure a lot of people will love it. But I don't know. For me, I wasn't like hating it and I wasn't getting excited for it. So it's definitely in that middle ground for me right now.
May 29th, Artemis Fowl. It's a Disney movie. It got pushed back. We talked about this last year
Right.
on the thing. I have nothing to say. John Cena.
Yeah, it's kind of like a young adult thing. It's directed
Yeah.
by Kenneth Branagh.
Yeah, and I
How do you
love
pronounce
Kenneth
that name?
Branagh. Yeah.
The guy from Orient Express.
Yeah.
So apparently he's directing now, so that's cool. It's got some really nice cinematography. I just watched the teaser trailer.
He directed The Orient Express.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, and Thor.
Thor, like the first one?
Yep.
Cool. Good for him.
We're moving on because Taylor and Kirklin are.
It's a hard pass for
Okay.
me.
June 5th, Wonder Woman 1984. Kind of like the Black Widow thing. You can go back. We broke down the trailer big time. Just to reiterate, my three concerns are: I'm not a fan of Steve Trevor being back. I'm not a fan of being a prequel, and I will worry about Kristen Ritter until I sit down in that theater and she convinces me otherwise. The trailer looked good to me. I like it better more I see it, but again, I'm not over
Did
the
you
moon.
say Kristen Ritter?
Is it Kristen Ritter?
You said Kristen Ritter for sure.
What is it?
Why would you worry about Kristen Ritter? She's great.
Oh shit! Yeah, Kristen Wiig. Yeah, there you go. The organ donor. Kristen Wiig. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that one, even in the trailer. But I think it'll still be good and enjoyable. But it's kind of the same way as Black Widow. Not looking forward to that. It's nowhere near my Birds of Prey hype for DC. So I'm fine. People love Wonder Woman, so have at it. Hopefully it's great. I love Pedro.
Oh fuck yeah! You have nothing to say?
Nah.
I'm very excited for this film. I fell in love with the first one, and I'm excited to see that new suit. The trailer didn't like sell me on it any more than I already was. So, and I'm just I guess it did sell me a little bit because Pedro's in there, and I didn't know he
Pedro.
was in there. I don't know. I wasn't like paying attention to the casting or anything. So that's just
He's a
hype.
villain.
Yeah, I know.
You got a point
You
from
get-
him.
you
He
get a
doesn't have a
point.
mustache. That was a long time ago
Yeah.
when he was announced.
Right. But you still get a point for it either way.
Okay,
Didn't win the draft though.
that's okay.
Didn't
Taylor
he win the
Field,
draft?
please help me.
That was last year. You beat him.
Yeah, I'm very, very excited for this movie. Like the first one, I really, really enjoyed, and this one overall, like I love the trailer. I think it sits with me, and it's got like innocent humor to it. But the one thing that I do kind of like that I put Black Widow over above this one in the sense is that what you said, Travis, a few casts ago is they're just kind of flipping the parts around where
Yeah.
Steve Trevor is kind of learning the world.
He's the
and
fish
everything.
out of water this time.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, not that that's like a huge drawback for me. I'm still gonna enjoy it, but it's just it sucks that they couldn't do something a bit better than just flipping it around.
And maybe there is. We don't know how he's back. He could be a villain. He could be something, right?
Yeah,
So that's my
totally.
hope is that there's some twists. It's not Incredibles 2 where it's just kind of the same thing. June 12th, Candyman. I'm very excited. I like the OG Candyman and Yahya Abdul Mateen. The second is, I think he's playing Candyman. He's one of the best actors in the world. Go watch Watchmen. So I'm excited to see a retelling of Candyman because also Jordan Peele's producing it. So
And
I think-
screenplay.
What? He wrote it too.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what Google told me at least. Just
Well,
now.
if Google's right, that's impressive. So that gives me more reason to be hyped.
Yeah, that's cool. And because they work together on Us as well. That guy you were just saying. I
They
can't remember
did.
his name.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks cool. I haven't seen the original.
Mhm.
So,
It's a wild movie.
yeah, I'm guessing just like a serial killer movie with some creepy guy who's a Candyman who like tempts children into his base and then he eats their face or something.
Kind of. It's a very, very racially charged horror movie.
Oh.
Yeah. Less to do with kids and more to do with black versus white
Right.
in a way.
I would say
yeah.
there's a good chance I see this.
Yeah. Nice.
These boys
Yeah.
are zoned out.
Sorry, I was like looking more
Scrolling.
into it. I had never heard of it before. You said it was like a remake or something.
You heard the original? Yeah. It came out, I think, mid '90s or something like that.
Well, it's definitely not on my top 5 anticipated because I've never heard of it until
Wow.
now.
Right.
But once I see more trailers and stuff, it'll probably get up there.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'll watch it.
I'm actually excited to see this because I didn't know anything about Candyman or even that he was a thing until we did our Happy Halloween poll. And I was
Right.
like, oh, he is actually contendering here. And I never saw the original, but I'm very much intrigued to see what they do.
Cool.
with this.
Good stuff.
Let's see, June 19th, Pixar's Soul and King of Staten Island. I didn't look up what the King of Staten Island was. Pixar's Soul, I'm excited for it. Again, as Onward, it's Pixar, so I will give it the benefit of the
Yeah.
doubt till they make crap movies.
Yeah.
Other than Cars.
It seems kind of music-based, jazzy.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
I think it looks pretty cool from the trailer. I'll probably go see this one, like, at the very least in a cheap Tuesday, I could
Yeah,
see.
yeah.
But
Jamie Foxx is the main guy.
yeah,
so
exactly.
cool.
It looks pretty sweet.
I'm
I'm into it.
very, very excited for this film. Actually, yeah. I don't know. It's just something about the Pixar mixing with the jazz type of the musical. I don't know why I started wording it like that, but I am super excited for this film, and yeah. I feel like it'll definitely be like a tearjerker mixed with just like a heartwarming, feel good film, and Pixar is great at that.
Yeah, there's a lot of Pixar films I just love, and A Bug's Life is definitely probably my number one.
It is. Yeah.
So, followed by
best
Ratatouille. I
movie.
love Ratatouille so much.
You have the, what is it?
Bugs and rats.
My third.
Yeah, I gotta know.
Because some of your top
Bugs.
two
I
are
am
rats.
on the hook.
I could probably toss in Toy Story 2. I'm
Okay,
thinking.
I'll give you that.
Yeah,
But still, your top two is wild.
I fucking love Bug's Life.
Yeah, you do.
I really like Ratatouille. I'm not gonna lie.
It's so good.
Ratatouille's good.
Can we watch that together?
I'd love to
Because
watch
Shay
it.
Can I join?
refuses to watch it with me.
Really?
Yeah.
Shivaphobia?
Yeah, she has good taste. 'cause
She
it's
hates
a
it.
Pixar.
His name's Remy.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
What is that? Why does that make it good?
Remy the rat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
get
my
fucked, Travis.
God.
I'll go watch it with you guys.
Simpletons.
I'll bring the
Contract.
popcorn.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah. Anyways,
I'll bring the butter.
where are we?
June 26th, In the Heights. I think it's a Lin-Manuel Miranda sort of deal. It's a
The
musical.
fuck did you say?
He's done not Hamlet. What is that? Is it not Hamlet? What is the fucking
Macbeth.
Really
Romeo.
Miserable?
No, yeah, he did Moana. It's a really popular Broadway show he did.
Brahms.
Cats.
La La Land.
No.
Proms.
Brahms the musical.
Ah, shit.
It's okay. We can move on to Top Gun.
And then Top Gun. I might see this. I've never been the biggest Top Gun fan other than Val Kilmer, but Val Kilmer's probably not going to be in that this much.
Val
so.
Killy.
This one kind of depends, but I love Tom Cruise, so this all
Right.
depends on reviews for me.
I prefer Bottom Gun personally, but
I'm more of a Top Gun kind of guy.
you're a Top Gunner?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Hamilton.
There you
Anyone
go.
heard of that?
Oh, that's what I said.
Never heard of it.
Okay.
Oh, Brahms.
Remy the Rat.
Remy the Rat.
Yeah, this one's interesting because I definitely want to see how it does, like, I don't know, like critic-wise and audience score. So I definitely want to see it opening night, but I'm a big fan of the original, and the trailer looked pretty good, not gonna lie. So I like
gonna lie.
what's the other guy's name? Miles.
Miles Teller.
I really like Miles Teller, so
Yeah.
seeing him with that mustachio.
Mustachio del
Yeah.
Toro.
He's playing Goose's son.
Oh, really?
Christopher.
I didn't know that. That's cool.
Is Goose Tom Cruise?
No,
Tom
That's
Goose?
Maverick.
that's Maverick.
Oh, okay.
Top Gun Maverick, named after him.
Yeah,
I'll do the film, but I need to be called Maverick.
fair enough.
I'll be called Iceman because I look exactly right. You
No, you
Yeah,
do.
yeah,
You're the Val
you-
Kilmer.
That
Val
era is
Kilmer.
the one where everyone throws up too. That and the Top Secret when he's younger.
Going
right?
You got to start
Boots.
chewing gum more.
Yeah, you got to chew
on
gum.
the cast.
Yeah.
I love
No,
New
no,
Mutants.
stop that. Stop it. Jesus.
He didn't have gum. That's how good he is.
Yeah, yeah.
He's an expert.
You mean me as a gum actor?
You'll warm up the gum for the actors.
Chew it
I'm a
in.
chewer, not a fluffer.
So
Support your local fluffers.
for Top Gun, like I never saw the original, but watching the trailer,
my
this
God.
one just has me really, really excited.
Makes you want to watch the original.
It makes me want to watch
yeah.
the original. Now here's something. I love plane battles. It's like space battles. I love, but when you also
do.
have like plane battles with jets, that's why one of my favorite movies is Stealth. And
no!
yeah, and I love Red Tails, which is a George Lucas movie.
no, you do.
So they're fantastic.
Two movies I have never heard of in my
I've
life.
never heard about.
In my life.
Oh.
It's a George Lucas movie.
I don't care.
He produced it after the prequels. It didn't go well. Who's in it?
After the prequels?
Ron's
Oh, no.
in it. Remember?
Br-
Rupert
Brahms?
Grint.
Did
No,
you say Brahms?
Ron.
Oh,
Ron.
Harry Potter.
Ron.
yeah, you're right.
Weasley. Ronald Weasley.
Yeah, just I love those kind of movies, and this I'm just amazed I never saw the original Top Gun, but I think that's why again I liked like Tom Cruise and American Made so much. It's a plane movie I like as well, so I'm looking forward to seeing it this term.
Remy the Rat. Let's see. Now we're into July.
We're only in
3rd.
July. Oh no.
Free
We're not even
Guy
halfway through this, boys.
and Minions: The Rise
kidding.
of Gru. Minions, the first one I've still never seen because I heard bad things.
Fuck
Free Guy,
Minions.
I think I will see.
Anti-Minions.
I don't believe those conspiracy theories that Free Guy is secretly Deadpool 2. I don't believe that at all. So
Deadpool 3.
Yeah, Deadpool 3, sorry, yeah. So I'm excited. I knew nothing about this. The plot sounded like it could be generic. Once I saw the trailer and Ryan Reynolds, I'm in. So I think I will be seeing this.
I'm in.
You could even say, like, there's a moment, I think, in Deadpool 2 when was it one of the Deadpools, he does cocaine, he does drugs or whatever, and then you could say that this is his trip.
True.
You could.
That's how I see it.
Watch it and
But
be
I
like,
That'd be a
won't.
more
I
wild
won't.
of a drug.
oh yeah.
Free
'Cause he says
Guy.
it in the movie
It's got
trailer,
it's got Deadpool. It's got Taika. I'm in.
too. Yeah.
It's got video
It's
game
their first
appeal.
time
It's
working
got
together.
It's got it all.
fucking what's the guy's name
joking,
from
it's not.
Stranger Things too?
Oh,
The hair guy.
the hair guy.
Yeah.
Jim
you
Carrey.
know.
Fard?
You know.
David
No.
Harbour?
The dude with the shades that hangs out with
Oh, I know what you're talking
Dustin.
about. Yeah, with the hair.
Steve Harrington.
Oh,
there he is.
yeah.
Stevie
yeah,
boy.
he's in it.
I
so.
thought it was Andrew Garfield when I first saw
No,
it.
misinformed. Yeah, this one looks interesting.
Andrew's
I-
poor
I
career.
think every
Playing
time
third banana to Taika Waititi. and
Third
Ryan Reynolds.
banana.
I think the more I see the trailer for this film, my excitement goes down a little bit.
Mine too.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Wow.
weird, but I probably will be seeing it.
Bunch
I
of
like-
racists over
What
here.
what is the
White people.
just
What's
throwing that
wrong?
word around.
what does Taika say? What does he say? I'm a chicka slayer.
Choking
I'm
on
a
my tongue.
chicka playa. What does he say again?
I think I
That's
watched
exactly
the
what he
trailer
says. Yeah.
once, so.
That's it.
He says, I'm ready. The Rat."
Verbotims.
Red Tails.
Red Tails.
What was the other film? Sorry.
Stealth. That's got a great
No, I'm
cast.
not asking about you.
Minions. Minions.
Oh yeah, I'm not interested in that.
Thank you.
Let's push
Do
it
you have any
along.
thoughts on these?
He already gave his thoughts.
I feel like I kind of shared my thoughts. That's my birthday, so I'll probably not be seeing. I mean, maybe I'll see Free Guy.
We'll take you. That's your birthday.
Yeah.
Thanks,
present to
guys.
you.
No, don't take me to
taking
I'll,
Minions.
I'll,
Minions.
I'll rent Red Tails for you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Watch
sounds
that.
good. Yeah.
Taylor's going to rent it out of school.
Sky High. Sky High, Red Tail, back to back.
Yeah, there we go.
Double feature. Talking about I don't know,
features.
movies that come out in July. The Purge 5, I have no interest because I saw Purge 1 and gave up.
More Purge.
Yeah, there's
Hell
still
yeah.
a TV show too. It's ridiculous.
Love the
Oh,
Purge.
yeah.
And then Ghostbusters Afterlife. I'm not a massive Ghostbusters fan, but I'm excited for this. Great director, great cast. You got Paul Rudd there. I think bringing the OG cast back as their actual characters is smart. So I will be there for this one unless it just gets review bombed and people are like, this gives you cancer.
Review
So.
bombed.
I am very, very excited for this film. Or this film. Those two films.
Those two, you're a Purge fan?
He's a purger.
No, I said these.
These two. You said these two.
I did say these two,
Yeah.
and I didn't mean that at all.
You meant the two
I'm
Ghostbusters
sorry.
movies.
I've
Yeah.
never heard you once mention the Purge at all.
I've seen The Purge, and I thought it was an interesting concept,
best movie
but
of
it
all time.
didn't really go far. So, yeah, I'm not seeing that. But Ghostbusters, I'm a huge Ghostbusters fan of the originals. Was there only two, or was there three?
There's
two.
two.
Okay.
Well, there is.
We don't
If he's
talk
asking
about
in
the
this
third one.
continuity,
We
there
don't
is
talk about
three, but the third one's not in this continuity.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I'm a big fan of those ones. So the trailer definitely sold me. I thought it looked awesome. It looked a lot more eerie and just spooks magooks and
Spooks Magoose.
Paul Rudd in there. So I'm excited. I think it looks awesome.
Yeah, I am very, very excited for Ghostbusters. The trailers has me super pumped. I love the two original Ghostbusters movies. They're fantastic, and I
They're
love.
both fantastic.
They're both. They're both. I definitely put the first one over the second one
Oh,
a
yeah.
little bit, but I do enjoy the second one a lot.
Both
And I will
fantastic.
say, the new Ghostbusters that was its own kind of like separate standoff film. Like, as much as it's been criticized, like I absolutely love the visuals and the tech. Like cinematically, it was just a gorgeous movie showcasing the ghosts and stuff. And I can't wait because it seems like it has that kind of element and aesthetic in this trailer. So I'm excited to see them kind of combine the originality of the original Ghostbusters with the aesthetic of the new film. Are you okay, Travis?
Just do my Tom Hanks from the Globes.
Give me weird fucking looks. He's like woke as fuck.
His
over
mouth's
there.
got to be open
That's
though.
what woke people look like?
That's like the opposite. I'd
like
say they're
stoners,
falling
yeah.
asleep.
And the other movie was Purge. Now I remember
5.
I'm actually excited to see the Purge. I haven't seen the show on Amazon. I just haven't had the time to commit to that. But the movies themselves, though, I've always really, really enjoyed. I remember seeing the second one by myself in theaters, and yeah.
What a statement. I remember seeing the second one by myself in theaters. July 17th, Bob Burger's good. You're going to full fucking feature-length movie.
Fucking
And the
Good for those
movie-
fans.
Good for those fans.
The movie I really care about, Tenet.
Tenet.
July 17th.
Yeah.
The Master.
Take me.
Arguably
Tenet.
the greatest director of this generation, Christopher
And that
Nolan.
generation.
Tenet is mine.
The director of the greatest comic movie ever,
Yeah,
The Dark
cool.
Knight, and The Dark Knight Rises. Credit. No,
Credit.
Tenet.
Admiral Credit.
What do you guys think about Tenet?
Oh my god, I just watched Inception the other night. And I feel like this movie looks the most like Inception compared to other Nolan movies. I can feel
100%.
my throat's about to explode. Tenet looks great. Take over, please.
I am super duper excited for Tenet. The trailer just looked amazing, very mind bendy, very Nolan esque, and Nolan's one of my favorite directors of all time. So I'm in. Let's go.
Now, was there a new trailer that came out? Because I saw,
Just the one.
like I saw the other one. I wasn't sure if there's a second one that came out.
There is a 9-minute scene in IMAX. If you went to go see
okay.
Rise of Skywalker, he's done that for Dunkirk. He started that with Dark Knight. No, he started that with The Dark Knight because Dark Knight. The only thing Heath Ledger ever saw from The Dark Knight, unfortunately, was the beginning opening bank heist because they put that in theaters. So Nolan always will like put the first scene in his movie.
It's always the first scene.
I think it was with Dark Knight Rises, and then I think with Dunkirk, but I don't know because I didn't care enough about Dunkirk to look into. But I would have imagine the trajectory of that.
Right.
But people all praised it, said it all looked
Cool.
great and everything like that. So
Yeah, I'm really excited for this movie. I have, again, no idea what's going to happen, what it's about, but, I think that's a good thing going in.
Good cast as well.
oh yeah, phenomenal cast. Nolan, yeah, my favorite director of all time. I can't wait. I love to really like all his movies. There's not a movie I think is bad. John David Washington, I'm excited to see him after Black
Yeah, for
Klansman,
sure.
and I'm excited to see kind of the rest of the world. Obviously, these guys saw Lighthouse, so that was good, but I still feel like a lot of the world is like, Pattinson as Batman. I think the second they see this, they're gonna turn the corner, and Nolan's gonna make them a fanboy. And I just find it fun that like the last movie Pattinson did before he went to do Batman was with Tenet with Nolan. I said there was conversations of like what would you like, how would you approach, like I
Yeah.
know there's different director, but there's just that lineage, right? So it's
That's
just
cool, yeah.
it's something that's really fun. And this
And then
movie,
before that was Lighthouse.
exactly. So I don't know how that's gonna inform it, but hopefully. And the other thing I'll say before Kirkland cuts me off is is I prefer this stuff with Nolan, like Dylan was talking about with Inception. I really like Dunkirk, but I'm kind of over war movies. That was the only one I allowed into my life. And two, it's just I like when he does more of this fantastical, something's going on and you don't know what's happening. So Inception, The Prestige, even Interstellar had that, but Interstellar is more. Eventually, it's just a space mission. It gets a little weird, but this is right off the bat. It's like, oh, there's dead people, there's time warping.
Yeah.
This looks like something really cool. And the last thing I'll say is it's just fun that we got Black Widow coming out, James Bond, and then this, because they've kind of people behind the scenes that said this is like his James Bond. Clearly, if you look at this trailer, they would never let him do any of this stuff in James Bond because that'd be too world breaking. And I just like that there's rumors he was going to direct next Bond. He's like, fuck it, I'm going to go make my own Bond
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
And that's what he's
That's pretty
doing
sick.
with like a weird Death Stranding sort of twist to it. So yeah, I
Shout out to
can't
Death
wait.
Stranding.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong here,
Wrong.
but Pattinson didn't seem like he was the main character.
No, I think
Tenet.
he's
John
the
Davis Washington is your main.
Oh,
guy,
okay.
for sure.
Yeah.
I think he's the Joseph Gordon-Levitt. If we're talking Inception
I see.
to his
Okay.
Leo, that's
Okay,
what I
cool.
think. Yeah.
Very much like an ensemble cast. Well, I guess you have your one lead, but like the
Yeah.
other guys are in it a lot.
I don't
Yeah,
know,
you got
like-
Kenneth Branagh rumored to play the villain. You got Michael Caine back.
But like,
Cool.
of course, they're different films. But I feel
Elizabeth
like,
Becky.
like acting wise, I didn't feel like Joseph Gordon-Levitt like was. I don't know. He's like, I don't know what the word.
Yeah, I mean you
would
don't get like
say.
backstory. on
Yeah,
his
so like
character.
I don't know, like I'm
He's still great in
I'm
the
wanting
movie,
to
though.
see like a really standard performance from Pattinson, and I feel like
Yeah.
Lighthouse, he was very much a character that didn't.
But
say
think about
much.
Inception though, like you still get that dope scene with Joseph Gordon-Levitt where like when the hotel's like flipping
Yeah,
upside
yeah.
down and
Right.
stuff. Like you
Okay.
can still get like
Fair
some good
enough.
action scenes with
That
it.
is the
That-
iconic
that's-
scene that
that's
everyone
something I
talks
didn't
think
too,
about,
right?
actually.
So, yeah.
That's yeah. So I
And
am excited to see in the action context. I wasn't thinking about.
And I think it just helps for the rest of the world because I think they just still picture him as Edward, right? So
Yeah.
even if it's just like role like Joseph Gordon-Levitt, just to give them something else other than sparkly vampire.
I never
think
saw
that works.
Twilight, so I see him as Cedric.
Yeah,
Cedric
Cedric. You don't see him as the lighthouse guy now anymore.
Oh, definitely that
Masturbating to
now.
mermaids and everything.
Gripping that totem, whatever the hell
Oh,
it's
yeah.
called.
Oh, it's a
Check
totem,
out
all right.
July 24th, Jungle Cruise. I don't give a fuck about this.
That looks
movie,
like
and I love The Rock.
Mary Poppins like sequel because Emily Blunt's in it and she
Yep.
looks the exact same.
Yep.
So it's
I
kind of
thought it was
confusing.
Tarzan when it first started because
It's Disney.
yeah, I
I
don't
don't know
know.
Tarzan's
Then I saw
Disney.
The Rock and I didn't know how he fit in with Tarzan, but now he's just on a Jungle Cruise.
Yeah, I did not like that trailer.
Some movies based off rides can just fucking soar like Pirates of the Caribbean.
What else?
That's it.
Some movies, the one franchise.
This one I don't have excitement to see it. I was like, wow, he's dressed. He literally probably just grabbed the same wardrobe from Jumanji.
He has a hat this time. Remember, that's different. He has a hat.
He definitely, yeah. As soon as I saw the trailer start, which is funny because I went to see Jumanji, and of course this trailer comes on for a rock movie, and I'm like, he's wearing the same thing, and then I saw him with a hat. It's like, oh man, he's going all
He
out.
wears like almost
I'll
the
spend
same
hours in
clothes
wardrobe.
in like all his movies, like Skyscraper and
Well, they can
Rampage,
barely-
same clothes.
He can barely fit anything, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Let's see. July. Here's an interesting one. I don't know what July 31st Barb and Star go to visit Del Mar is, but here
That sounds like that movie that you're into, like Bob and Doug go to the fucking
Bill and Ted's.
whatever the fuck.
Awesome
yeah,
Adventure.
it's not Newcastle, I think.
Yeah, I butchered that one.
The
thanks.
week before is Comic-Con, so that'll be exciting. But then after that is July 31st, like I was saying. To me, the comic book movie has the biggest question mark on it. Jared Leto's Morbius.
Yeah.
We're supposed to get a trailer any day. Unfortunately, we didn't get one before this cast. I'll be really pissed if I drop this and a trailer comes out tomorrow.
Any
but
day we're supposed to get a trailer.
yeah,
That's
but
fucking
that's why
crazy.
we waited. We waited because we got other stuff to record. But we will on a newscast, of course, talk about it. This movie, this to me has bomb written all over it. They need a killer trailer. There's rumors that Jonah J. Jameson is in this, and then they might be linking it somehow to Tom Holland's Spider-Man. I just don't
Hell
think
yeah.
Morbius is big enough character. I don't think Jared Leto is a big enough actor. So the only thing you got to hope for is the movie is killer. And I saw Venom. That movie is not killer. So I'm very worried for this
$1 billion
movie.
movie.
But I think it could be like Venom, where maybe we have a good time watching it. 800 million.
Yeah.
Don't come on now. But
Hey, if you round up to the nearest million, it's there.
that's true. I'm concerned about this one.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of got to be. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of Jared Leto, but he's good in Blade Runner, so it's like there's always that. With this, Morbius, such a fucking weird character. Yeah, I guess I just think back on it. I have not rewatched Venom, but
Venom.
damn if I didn't have a great time in the theater watching that movie.
Absolutely.
Just laughing at all the stupidity. Now, would I say it's a great movie? No, I wouldn't. I think the villains and stuff were awful in that movie, and I mean, a lot of the movie was just bad in general. So this is definitely very concerning. I mean, I'm curious if they shoehorn some other of these Spidey characters, then I'm definitely going to see this movie, right?
Yeah,
'Cause I'm a big
yeah.
Spidey fan, so I got to see this. So, God, I don't even know what to say about it. It's just this weird anomaly. I can't wait to see these trailers.
Because the rumor is that J.K. Simmons shot some stuff for it.
Right.
So
Yeah.
Color me interested.
There's 2 films this year that I am mixed with excited and worried about and just what the fuck's going to happen here. And one of them is Morbius. And the other one is Venom 2. Because
Venom.
I had a great time, just like Dylan said, in Venom 2, or the original Venom. And I really liked parts of it, but like obviously it's a mess of a movie for sure.
Yeah.
But this one, we don't know anything about it. I'm just so intrigued on how they do a live action Morbius character. If you would have asked me 10 years ago about what Spider-Man like villain we get a solo movie on other than Venom, I probably never would have came up with Morbius.
Yeah,
so that's
low
a big
down.
yeah,
Low
absolutely.
down. Maybe
It
during
would've been like-
Twilight, but
Yeah,
not
I
now.
figured it would have been like one of the goblins or something, but that's a whole nother topic. But I don't. This is just. It's such a mystery. I really am excited to see that first trailer because I feel like that'll definitely push me in the excited direction or worried direction,
Yeah.
like right away. So, like Travis said, we'll mention it in a newscast as soon as that drops. But it's just a big question mark right now. But
yeah.
Because who knows? Because it is weird. Maybe it comes out, it's like the Joker. That trailer comes out and it feels like really indie, really unique, something really different. I
Yeah.
think that's the approach they got to go. Don't try to make it just like high action vampire. Don't do that because we've seen that before. I think they need to go real, like make it a body horror type movie. Like make
Yeah.
it really something different.
I'm
Yeah.
hoping it tackles like a lot on like just a psychological aspect from like Morbius's point of view
Mhm.
about like possibly becoming a vampire. Obviously he's gonna have to be
Yeah.
at one
Having
point in
to
that
kill
movie.
humans to
Yeah,
live and
exactly.
stuff.
So
Is
I-
Felicia Hardy going to be in this movie?
Maybe she's not.
Ooh.
They cancel a Black Cat movie, so you never know. I would say not for the first one, but you never know.
I just really hope they do like the more serious tone, like indie film, similar to Joker, like what you mentioned, as opposed to just high flying vampires. But
Yeah.
Just flying around.
we'll see when that trailer drops.
Taylor, what's your phone background? Is it like a dogfighter spaceship?
It's Red Tails.
It's one of my
Okay.
arts.
I
that
was
did.
wondering about that. Okay, no, just from my perspective, yeah, it looked like Top Gun. I'm like, did he just change his background to Top Gun?
Fucking love.
so
Every
excited.
month we go through, he changes it to the next. Oh, Morbius. What do you think about Morbius, Taylor?
Gosh, yeah, it's just one of those movies you just can't believe it's actually being made. I guess
Sony.
I never really knew anything about
Sonyverse.
Morbius, but like I'm a big vampire fan. I was growing up watching vampire movies. You know,
True.
Underworld. That's the thing.
Some say you're
so-
part vampire.
Some say.
Yeah.
It's like quarter of a quarter.
Quarter of a quarter.
But in this case, though, like it's interesting to see where Jared Leto's going to bring his A game for this performance. And I'm not gonna say like I'm think it's gonna bomb or I'm gonna hate it or whatever. I'm actually excited to see it, maybe in more like a fun way, but just to see it with you guys too. I'm waiting for him to be like, I'm a real blood sucker, just really laying it down. And,
you just gotta wonder how many people know that Morbius is a Marvel character. Even
Not many.
Yeah.
I'm not really associating him as a Marvel character. I'm seeing him as a Sony character.
but I know, but you're saying like it's gonna do. You were saying like maybe it'll do well. I just don't know if people know who this character is, right?
Well, I think people might go and be like, "Oh, let's go see the new vampire movie," as opposed to "Let's go see the new Marvel
Are
movie."
people saying that? Though?
Yeah, is
I
that
feel-
a thing? Like,
I feel well. I also feel like people are just gonna see that Marvel sticker on
Yeah,
the trailer
that's
or
the-
the poster.
Wow,
or
that's such
something.
a cop out when you think of it, though.
They will. The
Seriously?
trailer
Yeah.
will start with those page flips and
Yeah.
everything. Yeah.
I don't know. Eventually, they're gonna connect it with Venom, and I don't think I hated Venom as
Oh,
much as
yeah.
you guys do.
You didn't hate Venom. You liked it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like Venom.
I love Venom.
Oh, I kind of got the gist that you guys disliked it.
I had a lot of
just liked
fun.
it on a second watch.
Oh,
Yeah, like
okay.
on paper, it's a bad movie, but it's fun to watch.
Okay,
I loved
fair
just
enough.
seeing that Venom on screen, and it wasn't.
Venom.
Fuck.
Spider-Man
I
3, what was his
I
name?
tried to quote it, but I
hope
screwed it up.
Morbius-
Never wound what you can't kill.
Like a turd.
That's
in
not the one I
wind.
was thinking of.
Like a
Probably
turd in the wind.
my spidey senses are tingling, if you know what
Oh.
I mean.
Oh,
God.
I mean, yeah.
He's in
I
the
hope.
fucking like lobster aquarium
Yeah.
thing. He's
I hope
freaking out.
Minum does the song for Morbius. That'd be great.
Do you think that this movie will end with like an end credit scene linking to Venom 2?
Yeah,
Yeah?
I do. I think Sony is so.
Well, did
fucking
Venom have a
desperate.
post credit?
Yep.
Yep.
What was it? Anyone remember?
Him going into the grocery store, right?
It's gonna be absolute carnage.
Oh, right.
right. I thought that. Yeah.
With the wig,
Forgot about that.
remember?
the
and
60-year-old
everything?
man who's supposed to be the same age as Eddie Brock.
Oh boy. August 7th. I have no idea what these movies are. The
Red
Empty
curly
Man and
hair.
Infinite. So we can skip those. August 14th. This is interesting because one's definitely gonna move. Escape Room 2, which we quite liked the first one, but then
It's a
Malignant.
Saw light.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Malignant is the next horror film directed by James Wan, who did Insidious and
Oh,
Conjuring
hell
Saw.
yeah.
So I think Escape Room will definitely move because you don't fuck with James Wan and horror. I'm excited because he did Aquaman and he's going back to horror. I love, other than Insidious, most of his horror stuff that he did. Conjuring 2, I was kind of meh on it, but I like that he's doing a new franchise. And Escape Room 2.
I like the name.
Yeah, Malignant.
It's very
creepy, it's spooky.
very
it's
creepy and
gross.
spooky. Yeah.
And Escape Room 2, I'm very excited for because it was like a fun little B horror movie that we
Yeah.
saw. And it set up, it was like kind of like the way you is for Dexter, my kind of proxy.
Right.
This is my proxy for Saw in
Yeah.
case the organ donor
That's a
sucks.
perfect analogy
Yeah,
for sure.
so
Did I see it with you?
you saw it with me and Dylan.
Okay, I think Ruban was with us too.
Not on the
I
review
think-
though.
No, I think just me and Dylan saw it together. Maybe you, Baston, and Ruben saw
yeah,
it separately.
maybe,
then,
yeah,
I don't
okay.
remember Ruben
Yeah,
being
I
there.
don't know if I'd say I'm very excited. Like you're like that's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
strong word,
That-
but
I'll take the very. I'll
Yeah.
take the very. I'll say I'm excited. Yeah.
because there was some crazy shit that happened at the end of Escape Room 1. So
yeah,
They set up
yeah.
a sequel for
Yeah.
sure.
very poorly, but they did set it up.
I'll definitely see it, but I think if both of them stay on that date, I would probably go see Malignant before I'd see Escape Room 2.
I agree.
So.
I felt like they were setting up like the MCU.
I'll watch it
or
before the end of the
something.
year, 100%. I will
Yeah.
guarantee you
Golden
that,
Geeks
fans.
2021.
You can put me to that. I'll do it.
Pass on all those.
Okay.
Let's see. August 21st, I'm very excited for Bill and Ted Face the Music. Do I think this movie's going to be good? I don't know, but it's a sequel to Bill and Ted 2, and Keanu's on a roll, so I'm excited. I like those movies as kids, or as younger as kids. I'm just one person as well, too. I'm excited. I hope it's good, but I have my doubts. Anybody else care about Bill
Yeah, I
and Ted?
unfortunately haven't seen those movies,
Okay.
so
Taylor?
Pass.
Okay. August 28th, we have anything to say on The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard or Spell?
That is a very convoluted title, and I hate it. That's an awful title.
I agree.
The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard. Like, there's just so many apostrophe S's in that.
Because you know what? It's a sequel to The Hitman's Bodyguard, so they had to find some cute
Yeah.
way.
Is
to
Yeah,
this
that's not
like
the way
a
to do
sequel
it.
to what the game Hitman?
No, this is the Sam Jackson, Ryan Reynolds one they
Yeah.
did a few years ago. Remember?
it was really good
Oh,
actually.
is
yeah.
it actually?
I liked
I'm
it.
super
It
stoked.
was on
I was
Netflix for
not
a
a-
while.
I was
Yeah.
not a fan of that movie.
No?
I don't think it's bad, but I was
Okay.
just really bored. Fortunately, I
Yeah.
thought I would like those two together, and I just didn't. I think it was just a scripting issue for me. But you're getting a sequel, so you guys
Yeah.
can see it and review it.
Super pumped.
Yeah, I'm super excited as well. I really like those two chemistry together, and it was good.
Yeah, I found The Bodyguard to be quite surprising when I saw it.
Well, The Hitman's Bodyguard. The Bodyguard's a very different
Bro,
movie.
that-
That's
yeah,
like
yeah.
the prequel.
Taylor, you're gonna love this. Monster Hunter, September 4th. It's directed by Wes Anderson, so the guy that did all the Resident Evil movies, and he's doing it.
yeah.
Or not Wes Anderson. I'm so sorry. Paul Thomas Anderson. Wes Anderson's like a really great director. Paul Thomas Anderson and Mila Jovovich is gonna be in it. His wife.
Ron
So-
Perlman.
Yeah, I have no hype for that. I don't care about the Monster Hunter games, so I certainly don't care about the movies directed by a guy who makes very mediocre to bad horror movies.
I've never played not Underworld, Monster Hunter. I'm thinking
I
Underworld.
really wanted. The new ones look so cool.
I
Apparently the new
want
one's
to.
really good.
It definitely
It was up for Game
hear
of the
good
Year.
things, but I'm super excited for this movie. I just flabbergasted.
Okay.
Flabbergasted.
Wave, yeah.
Here's Dylan's favorite movie coming up: The Conjuring. The Devil Made Me Do It.
the worst fucking title of all time.
What's worse, that or The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard?
Honestly, the Conjuring one I think is slightly worse, but it's close.
I'm not excited actually because Conjuring I think was the best horror film of the last decade. I think it made it on our Golden Geeks decade. No, it just
No.
made it. It was just on the cusp. It was like in the top 12.
We were a little hazy on it, I think, because
Yeah.
I hadn't seen it in a while. And
So I love that movie. I watched it all the time. The second one really disappointed me, and this is without James Gunn. So I will check it out, but my hype is very minimal. I'd seen Malignant before this, but I still like Fear of Amiga a lot. Oof. I like Patrick Wilson, so I will see it at some point.
I
Maybe
don't.
Tuesday.
I don't want to support a movie with that title, so I'm not gonna say.
I've been falling behind on my Conjurings. I really like the original. I might see this at one point in time, but not in theaters.
You know, I am big
You're a
on
diehard.
I'm a diehard. I'm big on The Conjuring.
Do you know like all the lore and all the backstory of the Conjuring universe and like
I know all the stories kind of intermingle and connected.
Okay.
Like El Llorona, I
La
like that
Llorona.
one. And
that one links into
What did you
Conjuring?
say?
Link.
My
El
gosh.
Yona?
It's
La
someone.
Llorona.
Someone. Well,
La Llorona.
La Llorona. Yeah, someone corrected me in the comments of YouTube. I got fucking reamed for it.
You did.
I
But
feel like 60% of horror movies that come out are tied to the Conjuring.
probably you got Annabelle.
But not Brahms.
You're not wrong.
Brahms,
Brahms.
Annabelle, the Nun,
The First Cow.
The Nun is
Llorona,
First cow.
and yeah, then The Conjuring. I don't think there's any other spin-offs. I think that's
Okay.
it.
I think I was
Yeah.
over
The Conjuring is a
Oh, you forgot
Annabelle's
one.
How
many is there in
as
total?
well. 1, 2,
72.
including this new one. There's 6,
Including the
7,
new one.
8, and you said I forgot one.
No, you didn't.
8?
Yeah, at first you didn't mention Annabelle. You didn't.
Yeah, well, there's 8 including
There's
the new
8?
one. Yeah, because
Yeah.
there's 3
It's a mini
Annabelle
MCU.
When
movies.
the
The
fuck
Nun's
did
in there too,
Conjuring
right?
come out?
What's that?
2015.
Yes, they've been
There's been
pumping
8
them
of them
out.
in 5 years.
But not
They've
all
just
Anthology
broken
movies.
them
So
out.
there's 3 Conjurings, 3
I know.
Annabelles.
I know. I'm just saying.
There's
Yeah.
8 in
The
the
Nun's in
Conjuring
there, right?
universe. Yeah.
But it
What's
can't
The
be the
Nun's
same
in
guy
there too,
directing.
right?
Nun's in there
No,
too.
no.
yeah.
James
How many
Wan
movies
produces
does the
them
Nun
all,
have?
though.
Just
Okay.
one.
He making
Thank
that
God.
money.
Because the Nun is like a prequel to
The
obviously The Conjuring
Conjuring
2, but then
two.
it connects. It
To
really
Conjuring
connects
one.
to the first Conjuring as well.
Don't watch The Nun. The Nun's not.
You don't have to. Yeah, it was a letdown.
Sorry, I cut you off before you were
Oh,
going
it's okay,
in
it's
hard.
okay.
Anything else on Conjuring anyway? Okay. September 18th, Without Morse. I don't know what that is. And then The Kingsman. I don't care really about the Kingsman series. I like it, but the very first Kingsman was one that people overrated for me, and I've just heard bad things about the second one, so I don't really care about it.
Yeah, I'm surprised they're making a third one because the second one I heard got a lot of backlash.
Yeah, I think it still made money, though, so, you know,
Okay.
Hollywood.
Cool.
Taylor, anything?
I'm actually super excited for this. I love the first one. The second one kind of went downhill a little bit for me, but this being like a prequel and seeing kind of how things kind of start out and just like the trailer had me, it roped me in. So
He was originally supposed to come out in February, and it got
In
delayed all the way
February.
to September.
Sonic was supposed to come out November 20th.
I mean,
so
New
this is like
Mutants.
the year of delays. it
What was
seems
supposed to come out?
Sonic was supposed to come out November.
Oh,
Sorry.
Well, that's different.
Don't
but
even bring
that-
up New Mutants either.
Yeah, that's true. This is the redemption
They
year.
didn't reanimate this whole movie.
The only one I want to shout out September 25th is The Last Night in Soho. That's Edgar Wright's next film after Baby Driver. They haven't
Oh.
said it's a horror film, but maybe horrorish vibes. They've been pretty quiet, but
Cool.
I'll see that because Baby Driver is actually my favorite Edgar Wright movie, so I got faith in that guy.
Sweet.
October 2nd, some movie named Bios, and then also Venom 2. I don't know. Andy Serkis is directing this, so I have a bit more faith, but I'm pretty down on the whole Sony universe over there. Venom, I was with them. I really enjoyed watching it the first time, even though I had some major problems with it. Anytime I've rewatched it again, I've never watched it fully. It's in parts. I don't enjoy it. I'm not a fan of what's gonna maybe happen with Carnage.
Fucking Ronald McDonald wig.
Yeah, there's rumors that Tom Holland is shooting.
Sideshow Bob.
There's rumors Tom Holland is shooting a cameo or a scene, so that could make something
No.
interesting. But I don't want that because I don't want Tom Holland anywhere near this. So yeah, I'm meh on it, but we'll see it because it's kind of it'll be a big movie. The first one was massive.
Yeah, I feel like we don't really have to
Right.
comment on it.
Yeah, I feel like my Morbius thoughts flow into my Venom thoughts.
Yep.
So.
I feel like Sony is just they see like, oh, Marvel has done this great thing with Tom Holland. We're
Oh,
just
yeah.
gonna take him and imprint him on our
Imprint.
our job or our movie, and it's just it's just distasteful.
October 9th, Dylan, you seen Death on the Nile, the sequel to Kenneth Branagh's Orient Express?
Honestly, I might. I like a good whodunit. That Murder on the Orient Express was not good. I did not like
Same
that movie.
director.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll cheap Tuesday it. I like whodunit. So
Yeah.
possible.
October, you guys any? No. October 16th, Snake Eyes, G.I. Joe Snake Eyes, and Halloween Kills. Taylor, you have any thoughts on G.I. Joe? I feel like you're a G.I. Joe guy.
I never played with the toys, but I like the new movies. It sucks that Channing Tatum got Akbar'd though in the fucking.
He didn't want to be a part of that franchise.
Yeah,
that's
that's
why.
definitely
when you say
sure.
movies, how
Huh?
many movies have there been, and when
There's
have they been
2.
coming out?
To a lot last decade.
Yeah. There,
Okay.
if we have time in October, even if it's me and Taylor, I'd love to do a retro because
Oh,
those movies
yeah.
are really bad. You got Channing Tatum, Jessica and Levitt, The Rock.
One of the
There's
Wayans brothers.
The Wayans.
I was gonna
they're
say I feel like I've
wild.
seen the first film, but that would have been a long
Yeah,
time ago.
no,
So
yeah.
I honestly,
Ooh.
I just hope Brendan Fraser makes a comeback in this movie with
It's
Snake
Rick
Eyes.
Stone's he's not gonna. 'Cause he's a different director.
Ugh.
This Snake Eyes though movie is not to do with that. It's a reboot.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, I'm super excited though for this. I like G.I. Joe. It's just those movies were so cool, and Bruce Willis was fantastic.
Oh, he
so
was asleep the whole time.
can't wait for this one.
And you're the biggest fan of this Halloween Kills. How do you feel about that? This is a sequel to the newest continuation.
Yeah, I'm very, very excited. I just bought my Blu-ray digital copy of Halloween, so very stoked for Halloween Kills.
Which one? The 2007, the 2017,
The newest one, the
or
newest
the
one.
oldest
2017.
one? Any
Was
thoughts
that
over
2017? 2018? 2018.
It was 20. Oh yeah, I think you're right. 2018. Yeah.
There you go.
I've never seen it.
You got any on Snake Eyes? No, Dylan. Halloween,
Snake Eyes, Halloween. I didn't really like the newest one a whole lot. It's still fine. Like I'll probably go see this new one to be honest with you. So
I was just quick mention on G.I. Joe. I'm down for that retro. I think that'd be fun.
It's only 2 movies. They're like an hour
That's
and
an
a half.
easy
They're
one.
I
not
think we
good.
some good
We'll
laughs.
see. No promises.
Oh, yeah.
That's not on
Yeah.
our 2020 plan. We're not playing around with you. That one's like a little league. We'll see if we get there. Because we did have a Halloween retro. We never did. One day we would know. Snake Eyes. I don't know. I can go either way on that one. We'll see. It all depends on word of mouth trailers. Halloween Kills. That is I know you got The Conjuring and you got the Weiss Body. I hate that title. That's the most generic. What are we calling it? Halloween Kills. You couldn't think of anything. Nothing. And then what is the next one coming out?
Halloween Ends.
Halloween Ends, which comes out 2021. So they're doing the sequel like Infinity War Endgame back to back. So the newest one, I really liked the beginning, and it was just a slow decline, and I hate it because it was on the cusp of one of those where you could see it was starting to become one of those, this could be one of the best horror movies we've got in a long time, and then it just kind of got generic and went to old tricks, and it was really
Old
disappointing.
tricks.
So I hope Halloween Kills will do something different, but I doubt it. And man, I hate that title. I hate it so much.
I don't think
Hallow-
it's that bad.
I hate
Halloween, like it was. I love that movie. It's great. The one thing that just pulls me out is just that moment
that
when
fucking
the doctor puts the mask on. You're like, oh no, don't go there.
It's so bad. Check out our review. We have a good breakdown of that. I don't know what the fuck everyone talking about Jamie is, so we're gonna skip that one.
Those Who Wish Me Dead, I think, is a terribly cringy title.
Yeah, that's some weird like dating teen movie. November. We only got 2 more months here. The Eternals. I've said this. We've talked about this many times. I got no hype for this other than the cast. I'm glad Kamel's looking fucking jacked, but I like a lot of the actors are here. I just have not been a fan of the Eternals whenever I've seen them, and honestly I haven't read that much, so as always I will read it when we get
Right.
closer. But even then, sometimes I'm like, I'm excited to buy a comic book and jump in this lore. This one for me is I'm not really like, it just feels like maybe it's homework, and I'm gonna look at recommendations. I know there's some good runs out there, but I just I don't have much going for this movie. I don't like the concept. So
Yeah, we gotta wait and see a trailer and stuff like that. I mean, the cast is solid, but even then, there's no one in there that is that I'm like a massive fan of that like sells me on it.
Yeah.
So I'm intrigued. I mean, obviously gonna go see this movie, but I need a spicy trailer to see what. I think I'm just
Spicy.
curious like the tone of this, right? Because a lot of the Marvel movies are kind of similar in what they're going for. Some of them switch it up. Whereas I feel like this one will probably be like quite a bit different. Like, are these characters gonna be quipping a lot too? Like,
Probably.
I don't know. I almost feel like that wouldn't fit, but I don't know much about them.
Yeah.
Just a couple details here there.
Yeah, I'm very much in the same boat as you. Just
It's a fun boat.
definitely need to be. It's definitely a fun boat. We're in for a good ride.
Whose
but
boat?
I'm excited. Whose boat was it? But I'm very. I'm excited to see that trailer just to I don't know set that tone, and it'll
Yeah.
definitely adjust my expectations and excitement levels.
Right. When do you guys think we get a trailer?
Tomorrow.
What
Come
what
on.
superhero movies are coming out?
Well, before that is
Yeah. Do you want Black Widow? First trailer, Black Widow, or is that too soon? May.
November. I think. I don't know.
That's hard to say.
You
right?
think
Comic Con is the safe bet because that's July, and you got August, September, October,
Yeah, true.
November, 4 months.
4
maybe
months for
we'll
the
get-
first trailer though. I
get
feel
a
like
Black
that's
Widow
really
one.
short.
I know, that's why I'm walking it back. Calm down. I think that's when we'll get
With
one of the
tacky.
final trailers. Maybe with we'll get the first tease around Wonder Woman time, June,
Okay.
because
June.
we'll get a teaser with it. So because Wonder Woman's gonna be huge, they know that. So attached to that, you'll get like the minute and a half, 2 teaser one, and then like Comic Con will be the full on, 3-minute give everything away.
Here's your
trailer.
characters.
Yeah.
Da.
Villain, etc., etc.
Cool.
November. Sorry, Taylor.
Fuck. What the fuck? No, Eternals. I'm very sort of excited for this movie.
Wow.
It's I don't know anything.
Very sort of
Very
excited.
sort of. I don't know who these characters are, so that's my only
Are they just
drawback.
gods basically?
Kind of. They're
Yeah.
kind of like the Thanos realm where they're very powerful beings. Like one of
Okay.
them, I don't think they're in this one, but one of the Eternals at some point was Thanos'
Yeah.
dad. So
One of them's made of cheese. one of
yeah,
them's
you could see a
fly.
Thanos cameo, I predict.
I'm getting like
Okay.
Green Lantern vibes almost.
And the rumor is too, because they've lived for tens of thousands of decades. Not the rumor, but this sounds like it's taking place a lot before all the Infinity Saga stuff.
Oh.
So it's a prequel.
Okay, I don't know. It's just if they write them into the story into the current MCU well enough, then I'm okay with that. It seems like Feige's got a plan, and they're doing the prequel stuff for a reason, Eternals and Black Widow. So
Yeah.
it's got significance.
November 13th, Friday the 13th. No Friday the 13th movie. Clifford the Big Red Dog, Deep Water and Red Nose. Clifford the Big Red Dog, I might see with my daughters.
Is Deepwater a sequel to Underwater?
Maybe it is. I don't know.
Deepwater has Anna de Armas in it though.
Oh, really?
Does
and
it?
Ben Affleck. Yeah.
Really?
It
Consider me
something
interested.
about. I mean, I read the quick description.
There's no
It's
trailer?
basically, the husband is allowing his wife to have affairs to save
Ooh.
their marriage, and then
Who is there?
and then
Another female in there?
He becomes the prime suspect when her, whatever you'd call them, counterparts in the affair.
Homewrecker.
Yeah, they start going missing. So
Oh.
some
All
sort
of them
of.
start going missing. So, but wait a second. Is there any other female in there?
Oh dear, I don't know. I just saw Anna de Armas and I kept scrolling.
Oh,
Right,
Anna
stop
De-
scrolling.
Oh, okay. I thought you said Anna Taylor-Joy. I'm like, there's a massive age
Oh,
gap
yeah.
there, and
No,
I'm not okay.
Anna
with
de
it.
Armas, yeah,
Okay,
and
so,
Ben Affleck.
Oh yeah, and Ben Affleck's.
He plays that good.
I worry that's
Yeah,
kind of
Gone Girl.
Gone Girlish a little. He's
Yeah.
gonna be the guy that they peg, and he's like, I didn't do this. So
Yeah.
I like the idea. I wish it wasn't Ben though, even though I like Ben just because he's kind of done that. But
Yeah.
obviously that's a fun pairing.
Yeah, so I'm interested in that. And then Red Notice.
Is The Rock.
Obviously no idea about it, but I like those 3 actors I'm seeing right now.
Who's the third? Yeah,
Gal Gadot,
Yep.
Dwayne Johnson, and Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds is in
Yeah.
the. I'm pretty sure that's a Netflix movie too.
Yeah, that would make sense because it has the big old red N.
Okay.
Okay.
The
Just
iconic
say
brand.
that in some ways. Yeah, I don't know because Netflix. I still never watched Ryan Reynolds' Six Underground or whatever the hell. So Deepwater has
Right.
me intrigued.
I'm gonna go see it for sure. Anna de Armas.
You, Taylor, anything? All three of us spoke. so
I'm
your
at
turn.
least mediocrely, moderately interested in both those.
Yeah.
I am intrigued because just the story sounds like weird and interesting. The fact that like
Which one?
the sleeping and-
Deepwater.
Yeah. So
Have you been through a similar situation in your life?
I mean, I've never had to like save a marriage because I've never been married and tell my significant other to go sleeping around. And then,
Did you suggest it to your parents though? Maybe.
Well, it didn't work obviously because they're split. So
Maybe you should have this. You know, it might work for Taylor Fields. November 20th, Godzilla versus Kong. This movie got delayed from, what was it, February? Same thing. Lots of movies delayed. You can point whatever you're doing. I will see this in the theaters just because it's Godzilla versus Kong. I didn't see Godzilla King of Monsters. I'm going to be seeing that tonight or watching it tonight. Yay.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, I will watch this for the big Dukaroo, as Jack Nicholson said in Batman 89. But I do not have faith this is a good movie. If it got that big delay. And and I know you hate me saying this, but the last one lost us money. And I just feel like Warner Brothers has just fucked themselves so much because they thought these movies were going to be huge. And while Godzilla King of Monsters were going on, they're like, yeah, we'll film Godzilla versus King Kong. That, like Sonic, that was a mistake. They should have waited because this might make money. So I could be wrong, but it's just they've all, since Godzilla, King Kong came, they've been going down, down, down. So
I'm just glad that they filmed it and I'm getting a
You're
finale.
lucky.
I'm getting a finale to this arc because, like, to me, Godzilla King of the Monsters, it's a perfect Godzilla film to fans of the franchise. I think, you know, it's an
we didn't make it for the critics, made it for the fans.
well, no, you know, there's give or take, obviously, in some sense, and or you can land a great movie. But me as a Godzilla fan, I'm happy that they landed a great Americanized version of Godzilla, and because he's, you know, he's such an interesting character in the movie is just fantastic, and this now. Against Kong, it's just fantastic. There was that little snippet that we got of Kong being like max size, like he jet jaguared up a little bit, like it's fucking hype.
Godzilla King of Monsters?
Yeah.
Spoilers.
You're
Or
just
no, not King of
You're
Monsters.
just trying to butter me up by saying
No,
Jet
no.
Jaguar. That had nothing to do with
I
the
know.
situation.
In Godzilla Kong, they showed a snippet. I can't
Good
remember
work.
what convention it was, but the Warner
It's a
Brothers was
post-credits.
showcasing a bunch of stuff. And
So who do you think is going to be the bad guy that they team up against?
well, here's the interesting thing: they had some
Jet.
leaks with some toys that popped out, and now I'm wondering because
You're going to trust toys? So many toys are fake. Like they
yeah, but
don't-
here's the thing:
they
they showed like King Kong and Godzilla for the new movie, and then they showed Mecha Godzilla, which was fucking hype.
I would
because
say, Taylor, don't fall for this stuff. BVS had toys of Lex Luthor in a massive purple suit. Don't fall
that's
for
DC. That's
No, but toys all do this. They make just random stuff to sell. Don't let them fool you. Get excited.
I'm getting excited at this because if they throw in Mecha Godzilla, then it goes hand in hand with possibly backing up something which is a post-credit scene, which I'm not going to say for Godzilla King of Monsters. But the fact they're bringing in the mechas is just super, super cool for what could happen. And yeah, it just goes to show that we're going to get Kong and Zilla teaming up here against some super badass villain, which I've got my thoughts on, and I hope it's true. So it's just going to be so good. Oh,
Sweet.
Yep.
Taylor said it all.
Yep.
What else is there to say?
November 25th for Thanksgiving, King Richard and Raya the Last Dragon. Raya the Last Dragon is another Disney one.
Love dragons.
So that'll be good.
Cool.
December 11th. December looking very lax with no Star Wars or Avatar. The Samaritan come out December 11th. I didn't look in that. December 18th, Coming to America 2. I'm excited for that because Eddie Murphy. West Side Story. I don't care about musicals. And then Dune. That's Denis Villeneuve's next movie. He has just an all-star stat cast. This one to me is very interesting because this really needs the hit because Arrival did well but not amazingly, and Blade Runner was a big bomb. And this movie bombs, Denis Villeneuve is gonna get big budget movies taken away from him, and I hope not because those movies. I think so. Just you can't have that many bombs. They keep giving you that. He'll still be making movies, but I love Blade Runner. I put on my top 10 for the decade, but it did not do well and it lost a lot of money. So if Dune also does that, and I think it could because I just don't know if people give a fuck about Dune. So he's just going to have to me, really treat it that it's a new property. You got Timothy Chalamet, so you got the little, fans of his
this
out
is
there.
a wild cast. Holy shit.
Oh, yeah, it's stacked. Jason Momoa, Josh Brolin.
Zendaya, Rebecca Ferguson, Oscar
So-
Isaac, Dave Bautista, Josh Brolin, Javier Bardem.
I have no
Damn.
doubt that the movie's going to be great. I just worry from a money standpoint. I really hope it hits. So I'm very excited for Dune.
Yeah, dude, this is cracking into my top 5. I think out of nowhere. I didn't even know this was a thing, but I mean, love Blade Runner. Arrival is also great. So count me in. I'm there. Dennis, what's his name? Sorry,
Denis Villeneuve.
Denis Villeneuve. I'm there, Denis. I'm there. You can count yourself
Hey,
a
Denny.
ticket. Count yourself a ticket right here.
Yeah,
Where's my money, Denis? Where's my money?
I think I'm gonna have to piggyback with what Dylan just said because
yeah,
because this is a remake, right? Dune.
Music by Hans Zimmer. Oh, it just gets better.
Hans Zimmer's
baby.
doing Bond as well.
Because Dune is an older film, isn't
It's
it?
a book
Edited by
series.
Joe Walker.
Oh, okay.
So like this will be they're not remaking that because that didn't really base too much off the books. The
Okay.
people have described Dune, I've never read it, as Game of Thrones in space.
Interesting. Yeah. So I've definitely met a few people that have like praised that series, and I don't know. I obviously just my lack of knowledge on it doesn't get me too hyped on it, but just firing off that cast and the Hans Zimmer and just the big budget aspects of what this is gonna be, just
Big
seeing all
bud.
the cast.
Go
so
see Blade Runner 2049.
I got to see the first one first.
Please do.
Have you seen
Yeah, you gotta watch the
Arrival?
fucking.
Have you
2019.
seen Arrival?
Yeah, I really
Have you
liked it.
Okay, have you seen Prisoners?
No.
Have you seen Sicario?
Oh, I fucking love that one.
So he did
Yeah.
those. So
there you
should
go.
see Blade Runner, obviously see the first one, but also see Prisoners. It's Hugh Jackman and Jake Gyllenhaal. Hugh Jackman's daughter gets kidnapped, and Jake Gyllenhaal's a cop, and it's a very, very dark drama, and it's one of
Damn.
Hugh Jackman's best roles.
I think
Jake Gyllenhaal also has not won a single world championship. Did you know that, Kirklin Patzer?
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, but John Cena has 16 of them. It's pretty impressive.
Jinder Mahal has a few under his belt as well.
He does. He has one world championship.
But it was better than any of. What do you think of this movie, Taylor Field?
Honestly, I have never heard of this movie. I didn't know anything about this. But that, yeah, I mean, it's got enough credit to boot, so I'm definitely excited.
I will boot it.
Then these last movies, The Croods, Tom and Jerry, News of the World, and Tomorrow of the War. The Last Duel's the only one I'll shout out. It's Matt Damon and Ben Affleck re-teaming together for the first time. It is a very risky movie to do in the Me Too era. It's a guy goes to war. His best friend rapes his wife, and he comes back and he demands to duel him. I think it's a very risky movie. It's directed by Ridley Scott, who did The Martian. It's very strange. We don't know who's playing what role, but it's we'll see.
He comes back from the war, and his wife was raped by his best friend.
Yes.
And he demands a duel.
Yeah, it's in that era where you could duel to death and something. Apparently, it's
Like
like
with
the last
swords or
duel.
with,
It was
like,
like
matchlocks?
Musketeers.
yeah,
kind of
something
thing.
like that. Yeah.
Three
Wow.
Musketeers.
So I think all around too, it just sounds weird for Ben Affleck, Matt Damon to be in that. And if you think about Ben Affleck and Matt Damon, they did Good Will Hunting, but then they also did all those fun Kevin Smith movies. I was kind of hoping when they got back together for the first time in 20 years, it was going to be that fun Kevin Smith vibe. So this could be a great movie. It's just not what I was expecting to see them in. So, gentlemen, do you have your top five
I have
for
my top
2020?
I have my top 5.
Honorable mention. I'm just gonna go.
Go.
for it. My honorable mention: Deep Water for Ana de Armas. Here's my top 5. At number
Are these
5.
in ranked? Oh, okay, these are in order.
These are ranked,
'Kay.
baby. Number 5, New Mutants. Give it to me. Number 4, Dune. Didn't know about it until 2 minutes ago, but now I'm excited. Number 3, No Time to Die, because I don't got time to die. Number 2, Organ Donor. That's right, I'm donating that organ. And then at number 1 is Christopher Nolan's Tenet, because it's Christopher Nolan's Tenet. That's my list.
Am I firing him down?
Fire
You
it.
could fire wherever you want.
It's interesting because I actually had a hard time making this list. I feel like I'm just not too interested in the movies that are coming out this year. So
Wow.
number 5, let's start with Dune.
Doing it.
That one made it right at the end.
Tune it up.
Number 4, I'll say Ghostbusters.
Oh.
That trailer really got me hyped.
Cool.
Number 3, Pixar's Soul.
Nice.
Very hyped on that film. Number 2, Tenet, Christopher Nolan.
Nice.
And
Ooh,
number
that's
number
1,
two.
No Time to Die is my number 1
Wow.
most
Taking out
anticipated
Christopher
film.
Nolan.
I feel like that one maybe. Sorry,
Wow.
which one's coming out
Wow.
first? Tenet or?
Bond.
Bond.
James Bond.
Yeah, I feel like it's just closer.
Nice.
Yeah.
When's Tenet coming out?
July.
17th-ish.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll go next because Taylor's lists are all easy, never know. Number 5 is Dune, just because I like the director, great cast. Number 4, the organ donor. It was always there as Saw 9, but this now has me even more so intrigued. Number 3 is James Bond, No Time to Die. Number 2 is Birds of Prey, because as you've heard, I've praised that movie quite a bit. And number 1 has to be Tenet for me. Like I said, Nolan's my favorite
Wait,
director.
you said Tenet twice.
Did I? I don't think so. Dune, organ donor, Bond, Birds of Prey, and Tenet. Boom.
I
You
want to
said
switch
Brom?
my Tenet pick to my
Too
number
late.
1.
It's too late.
I'm-
And
I'm so
Brom-
excited
Oh
for
yeah,
that
I
film.
forgot Brahms. Honorable mention for
Brahms.
Brahms.
The first
And
cow.
Bond, yeah.
Brahms,
that
the
number
two
3.
boys.
Oh, also Color, the fucking Nick Cage Color of Love or whatever
the color,
it's
the color of the sky.
called. No,
Was it not?
no.
It's the color of life.
The color of
Taylor, what? Color out of space.
the color of space.
Color out of space.
Color out of space.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Taylor,
that's
what are
hard.
your top 5 most anticipated? This is strange because there's no Transformers this year, so I know it's.
It's okay. Take a year off.
And 2 years off.
And no Annabelle or anything.
Well, no, I'm getting a
Well,
Conjuring
let
The
him
universe.
devil
Sure.
made him do it.
So
Fuck that title.
Forgot about that.
my number 5 is Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm actually I'm very stoked for this movie.
That almost was on my
Hedgehog.
list. I'm not
Number
gonna lie.
5 out of all
Number
the hundreds
5.
of movies we talked about, Sonic.
I don't know if we
Sonic.
talked about hundreds, but
My 4th pick is Conjuring. Devil Made Me Do It. I feel like this is gonna be the wrap up to this whole like universe, and I'm very excited to see what
2
they
more
do.
next year.
Already confirmed.
Another one this year.
My other one is probably A Quiet Place Part 2.
Oh, I
Will be
forgot
my
about that
number
one.
3.
Yep.
My number 2 is Ghostbusters.
GB.
Super
Afterlife.
excited for Ghostbusters. Yep. And my number 1, if you can believe it, it's actually Godzilla versus King Kong.
What? No
Yeah.
way.
You
My
don't have
mind is
Tenet
blown.
at all
Doesn't
on
even
your
have
list.
Tenet or Dune in
I'll
there.
give an honorable mention to Tenet.
Or Time.
And especially to Brahms, the boy too.
And No Time to Die.
We're almost
Oh,
gonna
No
have to
Time to
see
Die.
Brahms just for the meme.
Sorry, did you
Last
say
year-
No Time to Die
soundtrack?
is like number 6.
Yeah, last year was the
Uh.
kid who would be king. We didn't see that, but this year it's Brahms is like the meme.
I bet
movie.
Taylor saw Kid who's fucking
No.
king.
No, I didn't.
Kid who's fucking king.
Kid who's fucking king.
That's a porn parody. Ladies and gentlemen, thank
No,
you
it's
very
okay.
much for tuning in. This is a nice
Yes.
long one, but we covered all those stuff. So the next few weeks is going to be news. Like I said, we got some announcements, so you're going to want to jump on our Patreon to be there already. Be the cool kid. If not, wait and hear the announcements. We got exclusive stuff coming there. We're going to do news, Birds of Prey in February. So lots of great stuff dropping. Taylor, where can they find all that great stuff?
Ladies and gentlemen, you can find us with your internet connection in the search bar. Ladies and gentlemen, Geekverse Space Podcast or Twitter, Geekverse Cast. Check us out on all social media platforms, especially Patreon.
2.5.
Just go to the links below in the description. Video and audio feeds all there. Please subscribe, rate, review,
Yeah.
and leave us that geek goodness. Thank you very much for tuning in. We cannot wait. Kirkland, this is going to be the best year yet because you said that originally on the 2019 movie preview. It's kind of hard to top.
Yeah,
Endgame,
I know.
Do it.
Skywalker.
Do it. I dare you.
No, wow. Well, I hope so. We were only alive for.
I'm like
5.
hesitant to say it. I don't know.
Wow.
Best year yet.
Best 2020
Best
yet.
year yet. Thank you very much. We promise you this year will
We
not be
love you
boring.
all. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.